Hello and welcome back to Menace in the Mists, Dice of Ages, that whole thing. Cool. This is part 2. As where we left off, picking up from where we
I was tossing a dagger at Ghost Lady.
Tossing a dagger at what appears to be, you're the only one that can see this, yes, gaunt, wispy hair, like curtains, who's sitting in Dyrek's lap with her legs around his back, holding his head, his eyes open and dilated, but still in his trance-like state. We're gonna bullet time. As the dagger flings through the air, the camera's going to go around it Tomb Raider style and then back up into Dyrek's head. Back up into a wolf. Back up into Dyrek's head. And we're going to see the scene from your perspective. As you trance, because you don't sleep, your mind feels as though it is wrapped in a fog. It is unclear for how long your dreamless sleep persists, though it feels like an eternity. When the mind fog clears, however, you find yourself in a strange dream. You're leading your traveling companions through these darkened woods, as you have been, certain of your direction. Yet, despite being at the head, you feel as though your back is vulnerable. You look over your shoulder just in time to see Liam drive a knife between your shoulder blades. The pain shocks you, awake only to find yourself staring into unfamiliar eyes. Large, too large, agape, wide before you. But you're not quite awake. It's like that sleep paralysis type feeling. The twisted, grinning face of a horrifying woman is mere inches from your own. But you cannot move, and you cannot speak. You are paralyzed. At the last minute,
All of a sudden you get your dagger in your forehead.
you feel like a pull, a tug, an irresistible pull and tug as you are kind of rolled to the ground out of your trance and twisted back. The dagger continues forward in its current trajectory and embeds between your shoulder blades in the back. As whatever this woman in front of you has redirected you to put you in between her and the dagger. Right in the spot that you thought that dagger was going to be.
6 points of damage. If I'm supposed to roll damage.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Because
I rolled a 22 to hit. So
Yeah. No, this is more portent.
Yeah.
Anything because yes, portent. You heard me. Don't meta me, you fucking vet. So.
That was 6, you said?
do we see him like shift?
The rest of you see. Here's what the rest of you see as you start to rouse and everything, because what wakes you and like causes you to be like, wait, what is scented? Is the sound of metal being unsheathed, because that is like that's immediately to all of you guys. You know that sound is like, oh shit, get ready because that could be an enemy's blade. So you guys immediately start to be like, whoa, that's alarm clock. That's boom, boom, trigger warning, that kind of thing. So you sense that sound, and then you all snap your necks or like snap out of it and like wake up real fast, just adrenaline rush to see Liam just toss a dagger. Ooh, hi. Toss a dagger right at the still trancing Dyrek. Still trancing Dyrek. I can't really say it if I say the accent too.
And that's why I'm using a southern accent.
Do I see her like shift him?
Oh
front of my
yeah,
dagger?
you
Okay.
see everything. You guys don't see anything.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
see him
Toss
throw
a dagger at his
dagger
back.
at him trancing, and then him like at the last minute kind of like keel over and roll, and it hit him like almost just barely miss his spine between his shoulder blades. Scene is yours.
I
I'm
hop
out of the trance now, and like, am I with it? Am I?
Yes, there's this, as you like your eyes close from the searing pain of the metal that feels like hot, super hot between your, but also very, very cold between your shoulder blades. You open your eyes for last minute, has tears from the pain, and you see the face of her, like, and just like movie style 16th of a second of a frame fade off and gone.
So I also see her.
You also see her, like, yeah, you take a moment
flicker
to
thing.
blink to like realize, oh shit, what you just did, and like
From
be like,
one blink to the next, she's
it's
just
gone. Yeah.
I would still be out of my bed with short swords up.
Yeah. So you see him, you hear him pull a dagger, throw a dagger, hit Dayrek, then unsheathe the weapons.
And I'm just standing there, like, scanning around us.
Damn it, Liam!
What?
Tell me you saw her.
Saw
Yes.
I'm pretty
So-
sure they're fighting.
Yeah, I wonder what he did.
who?
Is
who
she
did
in
you
your
see?
head?
In your head.
Not anymore.
You
She was
know
on my
Last
lap.
time you stole my booze, that's what I threw the dagger at you.
Where did you meet me?
Yeah.
In a
was
tavern.
Saw tracking so far.
Which one of the other group members was my companion?
That one.
Okay.
What did you see?
Which one stabbed you in the back?
That one.
Some sort of ethereal
She
woman was on his lap.
big old smile,
It's crazy.
big eyes.
My dagger was meant for her, not for you. I hope you know that.
Where'd you get a camp follower out here in the woods?
What?
No.
What are you?
She was not that kind of sitting in his lap.
Oh, okay.
Disgusting.
She was mighty scary looking.
All types, bud. I no judgment here.
I mean, like, worse than you.
You're scanning the area, right?
Yeah.
Perception check.
I'm not good at that, but I'm definitely doing it. So I don't, not 2 dice, just 1 dice. 7.
7. You're a little, I'm going to say, like, you're probably a little shook. You're not used to missing your mark, and you're definitely not used to hitting something that you were supposed to protect.
Does the rest of me feel fine? Like, I don't feel weird.
I walk up to you and
Feel whole.
and I will cure you of that damage.
Wow, thank you.
Wait, how do you do that?
Healing hands as an Asmar.
Oh, right. Sucks to your Asmar, Piggy.
Yep.
Nobody else got that Lord of the Flies reference? No?
You get all those points back.
Sweet.
Just me then.
And
What-
those watching.
Who have
What-
read Lord of the Flies?
Right.
What was she?
It's been forever since I have. But
Right.
What was she doing to you?
smiling.
Whispering sweet nothings in your ear.
No, it was eye contact.
I was in my
You were seeing things, yes.
my normal nightly trance, and
Normal nightly trance.
Now that's stuck in your head. You're gonna do that to everything.
and I saw you. I saw you stab me in the back before you stabbed me in the back.
Derek, what is going on here? As he kind of gathers his thoughts.
I demand. I'm the one that's supposed to know everything. How do you know more than me?
Wait.
Busters.
So that
Really crazy.
that is what we are attempting to investigate.
Let me.
Who stabbed you in the back?
He did.
It wasn't really like a stab. It was more like a tossing of a dagger.
Do you mind if I check? Do a medicine check on you? Make sure you're looking good.
All I saw was him catch
All
the
right.
dagger.
Just
You
look at
know,
this. Look at
you
this
can
crystal
catch it
here.
multiple
Yes,
ways.
yes. Great.
It's better if
great.
you catch it with your hand.
How does? How does he look?
How does he look?
Yeah.
What was your medicine check?
I did a medicine check. I was having him follow the.
How much?
The crystal?
I don't know what I was at.
Go ahead and roll.
Okay. 14.
14. You go like, are you okay? Crystals don't do shit. But in D&D they do.
Indeed, they definitely do.
You sense like
Everything else is working out all right.
interesting.
Derek, you know it's better to catch him with your hand, right, and not your skin.
So you know how like souls are sometimes threads, and when the thread is cut,
when
the
I'm
soul
awake.
goes to where you need to go, and you just kind of usher it and put it back
You were
in the
standing
pile.
ahead. I thought you were awake.
You sense his thread, rather than being cut, is like starting to become threadbare and fray, but only like the slightest bit.
You know, I think.
Like you know how a rope is braided?
Yeah.
It's like it's unbraiding itself, and therefore causing its tensile strength to be reduced.
You know, I'm gonna do another check on you because the integrity of your soul thread, and trust me, I know soul threads. It's not
Oh shit!
not
This
looking
is the
so
wrong
good.
music. Sorry.
Not looking so good. It's fraying a little bit at the edges. So, you tell me if you start feeling anything else
These people are
outside.
freaking crazy.
You know, just the normal kind of stuff.
I did a check on the
Nothing
creature
my last
before we
few
cut,
hours was
right?
normal, but
What was it?
It
was just
it was they call it ha-ag.
ag. Okay.
Ha-ag.
Ag.
Ha apostrophe ag.
Do I know, like, is that a fey creature?
Yeah, some sort of thing that a fey creature that's like older than the fey and
Yeah,
older
yeah.
than primordial, and
Yeah.
older than like nobody really knows the origins. They just know they're very powerful beings that are often malicious, nefarious, and just do whatever
Meddlesome
they
type.
want.
Yeah.
Like they're what the term witches originated from.
Yeah.
I have a very weird question. Because of my exact background with like weaving souls and stuff, could I try to fix the thread of his soul?
You want to try to fix his okay, you want to try to interesting.
Yeah, because
You
I
want
have
a seamstress?
I
His-
have mending cantrip if that's helpful at all in this too.
This
Just
is
throwing-
so cool. I'm inclined to allow you to try. Cool. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have you roll a spell casting check.
Okay.
So it's D20 plus your charisma modifier plus your proficiency.
Okay.
It is high DC. You use a mending cantrip that I'm taking you a fact of what it is that means.
It's,
Okay. And here's the deal. Depending on what you get, you're going to get some information from this either way.
Whether
Okay.
you succeed or not.
Yeah.
okay.
It's like it's like because even in failure you learn something.
Right. Because I'm kind of casting mending, I can't cast guidance on myself.
Right.
So. Yeah.
You're pretty much trying to do the opposite of what your boss does all the time.
15.
15. Okay. So imagine, the Sorcerer's Apprentice, Disney, with Mickey and everything. You're doing that with the hat, and you're like, "Oh, I've got this," and then it starts to like unfray even more, and you're like, shit, and you like try to like kind of rewind, and it kind of does rebraid back a little bit. You bit off a little bit more than you could chew, but you do learn that there are times when like a soul is ripe for picking or plucking or snipping. It feels like his soul is being artificially ripened. Like chicken that's being like marinated, like he's being marinated in like almost like a soul protector dissolving type of like aura or energy or magic, almost like he's been marked or something.
Gotcha. Well, you're approaching a little faster than you ought to, and I'm just gonna say stay out of greenhouses for a little bit right now, so you don't artificially ripen a little faster. But just I tried. It's not. It's a little bit beyond my skill level.
To the
That's a
wood
lot.
elf. Stay out of the house.
We'll stay out of the sun.
constantly in
I mean, it's gloomy right now, so I mean, it's all right, right?
It was a hag.
I can't like bring myself to take that seriously.
I know.
Hag.
A hag.
Damn bitch.
Again, I'll try to
We just
keep
lost 3 viewers.
tabs on it, but I won't try that again.
Which gives a little bit of credence to the rumors of Malova.
Where's the witch?
Malvola.
Malvola.
Malvolana.
Malvoa, the Witch Queen, being in this area and being
Malvana.
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 There you go.
I have an L there. Sorry. Should not be.
So,
Here's what I here. Let me. I'll spell it for you.
'cause I have Malvana. I think.
Let me find
My
a
handwriting is awful.
Okay.
Malvolana.
No.
Malvolana. Malvolana.
I was missing a whole syllable. That's what it was.
I think it. Yeah, me too. I think it was the accent.
So-
Cockney dropping the extra syllable.
I think the rumors we heard in town may be closer to the truth than I had hoped. Hags are where the original, like, idea of a witch came from.
Oh dear.
They also tend to operate in covens,
You mean there's more than one?
usually. Not always, but it's a good bet.
Do you suppose that maybe this apprentice actually wasn't an apprentice and might have become one of the coven then? I don't know. If
It could not even be the original witches that were in this area. Could be the descendants of the original, who knows.
yeah, because we didn't get a good description.
But the rumors are closer to what we are looking for than I had hoped when we left town.
Well, I hope that Councilwoman's doing okay then. But we'll keep trying and search for her here.
I mean, I haven't seen her before. Could it have been the councilwoman?
I didn't see anyone.
It did
I didn't
not
see
look
anyone.
like the council.
Yeah,
Does she
he-
bleed?
I've met the councilwoman plenty of times. It was not her, unless something really fucked up happened to her face.
Well,
Well, I mean,
that could have happened.
well, I mean,
That's not entirely
we're
on
looking for
her.
somebody who potentially might be missing and or dead. Something could have happened to her face.
This was more than just something, but I don't think it was her.
Again, no judgments, dude.
She would have been on his lap, not mine.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Well, no judgments to you either.
Roll a deception check.
Oh, this is gonna pass all day.
And,
Let's see here.
and hags are
plus
fey.
0.
Yes. Okay.
It's like if I'm being like full
3.
like
Well, for his primeval thing, like I want to tell him to know what to be on the lookout for.
I gave him all the
Second time
information
this
that
purple
I
has
have.
filled.
No, I mean, if I'm saying, hey,
You
hags
got
are
Fiend and
fey.
Undead. You got Fiend and Undead.
Right. I'm saying if hags are fey, that means he
That's it,
wasn't
man, no
detecting them
judgment.
before.
All I can say is he got the truth.
Yes.
And you got the truth.
Understood.
She could have been outside of 6 miles.
Yes. I'm trying to understand
Or a different place.
in this context.
I can't give you
Okay.
more. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
You rolled a 3, by the way.
If you're talking to TJ, there is like there is a lot of dispute of whether like hags
Oh, yeah,
actually
yeah.
could count as Fae because they actually like far predate Fae.
Yeah.
So like they're like they far predate primordials. I mean, well, at least some schools of thought. I mean, it's complicated, but yeah, nobody like their origins are almost in every lore that I've read shrouded in mystery, and nobody really knows where they came from, and they kind of just go with that. Cool.
Ezra got a 3 on his deception check.
Ezra, do you blush?
Never.
Roll another deception check. No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea what you're talking about, and he refuses to make eye contact with anybody.
Moving on. So how can we stop this from happening again?
I thought that's what we're here for.
As I said, if you have ways to protect your mind,
Well,
now
we
would be the
could
time to
take
make
away
sure they're
Liam's
working.
daggers when we go to bed at night. That would stop him from stabbing Tarek in the back.
You can try to take my daggers away from me.
Oh,
The dagger is the lesser issue at the moment.
It's the only thing I saw.
I just saw him stab you from across the camp. I mean, granted, you're supposed to catch those with your hand and not your body. But
I was in a trance.
I was aiming at her.
Thank you, honey.
She put him in the path of my dagger.
I didn't see anybody. I just saw you throw a dagger and him catch one.
I understand.
I did see.
Very badly.
I did see.
I understand what you saw. What happened is not what you saw, though.
Yeah, I mean, this would be a very fascinating courtroom drama, but I think we got to keep on moving, you know?
agreed.
It doesn't
But-
matter to us.
No.
Yeah.
This has
Objection.
nothing to do with our
Here for the
money.
tree
Let's
line.
go.
I'm going to consult Jezebel and see if she knows anything about protecting your mind from things.
Bunch of chatty Cathys you have here, don't you?
I know, right?
All right. Tale of
Definitely, these are some weird, fucked up
Tales from
people.
Beyond.
You got it.
Good, man. That's
You got
all I'm
it.
saying.
So what do you doing the thing? Here we go.
Well, I'm
I love how
rolling.
your die fit in that
I know.
fucking raven skull with runes all over it. It's so cool.
We'll see if I activate it. Oh,
Something
shoot, it's
primal
cocked.
about that just jumps my jive.
Again. Okay, cool. Cool.
What happened?
Same
It's the same
thing.
one.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
Is there a god of light? Like a god of the sun, of summer? I mean, is it D&D Pantheon, or is it...
Out of game, they have their own little
Yeah.
pantheon, so I don't want to
So
assume
the one I
picked.
picked was
Yeah.
Lathander.
Lythander.
Yeah. I don't know if there's
I'm
an
actually
equivalency.
not familiar with that one, so
Dawn, white,
like Palor.
morning, yeah.
Okay. The dawn.
He's chaotic good, Palor, essentially.
Oh, chaotic good Palor.
Yeah.
Oh, like Apollo from Greek mythology.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay,
It's a little bit
cool.
more Apollo than Palor.
Okay.
That's the one I picked.
Palor's
I don't know if there's an
more Helios.
equivalency, but that's
I would say
I get a holy
here's
symbol.
what I'm saying. Like as far as religious vibe check, as far as like
So
you know,
I was putting that on this morning.
I understand. So that's what I'm saying. I say as far as religious vibe check, you're definitely feeling some juxtaposition in your current
Yes,
state.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm going opposite end of the
But,
spectrum.
actually, I want you to roll an insight check or a religion check. Depending on which one you choose, you're going to get two completely different types of information.
Does this have to do with what we're facing, or is this just a straight check?
This is like vibe.
It's still a dirty 20.
Okay, which one?
Religion.
Religion. Okay, here's what you're.
I open up the monster hunting chest and I'm like searching through like.
Yeah.
Have you seen the original Mummy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like Benny, he's got like all the different religious. like-
He's saying in a bunch of different languages, all the different denominations.
Those
yeah.
are like hanging in my monster hunter case, and I'm like searching through them, trying to find the
Yeah,
one.
you've got like the Quran, the Bible,
yeah.
like you know the Torah, just like all the different types of religious text. You're just like, okay, not this one, not this, not this.
No, they're
paradigm.
like the holy symbols on like
Yeah.
leather necklaces, and I'm like going through them, like, nope, not that one, nope.
Cool. So here's,
I pulled
this
down
is
this
a
one.
really good. That's a 20.
Yeah, dirty 20.
Okay, so this is supposed to happen much later. Okay, so
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Not sorry.
This is great. This is great. I fucking love this. Lysander really likes their symbology. Okay.
Okay.
So much so that they like the whole thing about how the reverse opposite side upside down kind of thing represents like, you know, whatever it is that they're polar to, because that kind of thing. So you notice that like on one of their holy symbols that like if you hold it upside down and like put it like face it in like a mirror in your monster pack and everything, it actually has the symbol of a different deity. Just because it's like recognizing the opposite side, because balance, like, you know, right? And so it's recognizing the opposite side of the coin. It's really like, you know, keep your enemies keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer, kind of thing.
Yeah.
That kind of logic of like, you
No,
know,
he's-
thy enemy.
Sorry,
is
he's neutral good.
neutral good. That makes even more sense because it makes
Life and light.
Balance is really important.
Birth and renewal. Yeah.
Okay, so here's the deal. There's just kind of like an ebb of recognition that you just kind of sense when you're looking at this symbol. That is, it appears to be that of an eye, like just an open eye. Think about like the not the Eye of Horus, not the all-seeing eye, because that's in like a pyramid, but in a circle. Okay. And that is kind of what you see, like if you're looking through the mirror and you're holding it upside down, it's like an eye. And you recognize that this is probably the opposite end of the spectrum. So this is something evil. This is something dark. This is something not good. This is and you got a religion check of 20. Roll just one more religion check for me real quick.
13.
13. Okay. 13. I just want to make sure I have this. You also notice that like along the circle there are like spikes, as if it looks like a radiant dawn, but then like it's
You flip it and it's an eye with...
Yeah. So like it's like as if you took a photo of somebody with smoky eye makeup all the way up close. So you see black all the way on the outside of the circle, and then the sclera is white, and then like the gray pupil, and then it's like a radiant iron like spokes on the end, like spikes and everything. You recognize what did you get again? Was it another
13 on the second.
13. Okay, so this is another deity known for. I just want to make sure I get this right. This is another deity known to be a lord of undead. What you do get from your first 20 on the religion is that you don't know this name. It's kind of escaping you, but you also know that this deity will, I don't want to say oftentimes, but has been known to work in a group, specifically in a triad.
So potentially Hagash is working with this deity
Possibly.
and somebody else.
So here's the deal. You don't know. You don't really know.
Nope.
Like this is all speculation.
Yep.
What you do know is that this is a symbol.
Something.
Lord of the. So you're sending this. You're sensing the juxtaposition. What you do sense is that when you recognize that, like Lysander is just like you got it, buddy. It's more of just like okay, cool. It's that. I don't want to bring poop into this.
What?
I mean, we are very toilet humor, but we don't go that far.
There's a ship
Not
like on
watch
the other
Silver other
campaign.
I would say like it's like your brain is trying to struggle and you're trying to concentrate, and then you're just like, you get past the hump, and like.
It's a roller coaster. You're going down the
Yeah,
roller
like
coaster.
you
There you go.
get past the bump, you get past the hump, and you're just like, and then Lysander like lets you feel that relief of like, yeah, there you go, buddy. It's more of just like you understand the reason why you feel like juxtaposition with the reason why you feel accident.
If you never said the poop part,
I'm thinking, I'm like, yeah. I think maybe
It's like finally letting that good poop out.
It's like when you, and then you get
Yeah.
past the
Yep.
the wide part. Yeah. Okay, so anyway,
So
so it's more of just whereas because you have a rapport. I don't want to say a rapport because you're not a cleric.
I'm not a cleric.
You're not a cleric, but you just because you have
fight evil. Like
you just have some sort of undefinable relationship with Lysander or Lythander. It was more of like just a vibe check, a feeling of like now you're asking the right question type of thing. Of where one of the reasons why you kind of felt so uneasy since you've been in here is because there is a presence of the opposite end of the spectrum.
Okay.
However, because you roll so fucking high, whatever this Lord of the Undead, which is part of a triad or whatever thing, is not happy.
that I figured
You're sensing
something out.
no, not at you.
Oh.
You're sensing aggravation, anxiety, and like upset of something that they're not like able to do.
Okay.
and it's like it's just like a general sense, and it's like, and they're just lashing out, but like they don't feel like they have the capability, just like because the divine gate and all that stuff, and they can't really interfere.
Frustrated.
Yeah, frustrated, constipated.
Okay. Even though I'm not a cleric, I'm putting that holy symbol around my neck.
You got it.
And I probably know like the basic prayer to the Dawn God.
Yeah, like an Our Father,
Yeah, so
equivalent, that kind of thing.
Please, Dawn God, protect us in this glory in your name. And
Ding ding,
light.
protect us.
Let the light let the darkest
light
night
shine
Let the
yield to the brightest dawn, that kind of thing. Yep. Okay, cool.
breaking of your light spread and
Yes.
I pull out a couple of wooden stakes.
Light shines through the canopy.
Pull out
Little
a
light,
couple
just
of
a little
wooden
ray before it's
stakes
extinguished.
and slide them into my belt as well, just so I have them handy.
You see him like open a chest, go through, say a couple strange words, and fiddle with thing, and like very superstitiously start to like gather stuff and move stuff around.
A couple of flasks.
Who should we
Tuck
be?
them into like a bandolier.
Who should we be expecting for dinner?
I don't know at this point.
All right, we'll keep our eyes out.
Cool. What are you guys doing? The day is yours.
Should we try to follow any sort of
Do-
tracks of that?
do you
I think we
remember
should.
which
I'm feeling
direction
better now.
our quarry was heading?
Is it better?
I think it was that away.
Yeah, I'd say with the help of 2 outlanders and a ranger whose this is his favorite terrain, you know which geographical direction they're headed. How much that means in this area, you don't know, but yeah, you feel pretty confident. Great. So you continue. Without further ado, then you guys continue in through deeper the soupy.
Let's keep our eyes open this time. Let's not.
Yeah, let's look for those traps.
Cool. You said you're keeping your eyes open. Please roll a perception check for me as you're starting to leave this area.
My eyes are probably on the ground, trying to help him find tracks that we're looking for.
Yeah, you have to like constantly move the fog out of the way.
Can I try to roll too, just to keep an eye out?
Sure.
Because I don't want to get hit by a
10.
branch again.
Well,
I'm really impressed with his throw, and I'm just thinking about that.
Yeah, you're really thinking about it. You're like, how did he get that curve? Like it's like the dagger like curved. How did you get that?
13.
13. Okay.
Not much better.
What you actually notice as you're leaving this clearing area, as you look up at the canopies, rather than effigies with eyeballs and feathers and twigs and stuff here, you instead see what is it called? Where is it? There it is.
There it is.
You notice the presence of not twig and eye, but wicker effigies. Kind of the same thing, but just a little bit
Without
different.
the eyeball.
That were not there the night before when you went to sleep.
Were the eyeball ones there?
It's kind of a combination of. It's hard to explain. It's
They've
very vague. Those ways.
They've morphed, right? It went from like one type of
I think
effigy
I
to a
think
different
it's
type.
meant to be the same thing. They're just made out of wicker instead
Okay.
of twigs.
Okay.
I'm really not sure, but it's okay. It's not, I don't think it affects what it is. The other thing you notice is that there, while you're moving the fog out of the way, there are footprints here.
Do y'all see the straw man concept that people laid out for us here?
Also, we went to sleep early, so it should still be like super early morning.
Yeah, it's like bronze of the dawn, like the light. So you don't get any direct sunlight because the fog is and the canopy is so thick. What you do get is just like the ambient light of like bronze and like golden grays and like that kind of thing.
Well, whoever's at the end of those tracks may have some answers.
Guess we press on.
You got it. Okay. Survival check then, please.
I'll help.
You got it.
And let the spirits guide you.
I feel the spirit.
You feel it. Feel.
Just don't let
Cody,
them
I
look
need to
into
take you to
your
a tarot
eyes.
reading.
I have done it.
videotaped the whole thing.
I have been to them before.
Just don't let them look you in the eyes.
23.
23. Okay, you're just like I'm done with it. I'm not doing this boy toy thing. I'm going. I'm not doing old lady sitting in my lap. I'm moving. I have a purpose. And you just start walking. You're like this way, and you feel really confident about it. You move and you move and you move and you move and you move. You guys travel for a good 8 hours, the day. You do every once in a while spot footprints that are not yours, meaning that you are possibly on the same track. Granted, what direction and travel actually means in this setting, you don't know. But eventually you travel along these winding, narrow trails. You begin to notice something unusual about the branches that clutter the canopy overhead. Strands of milky white gossamer tangle with the tree limbs, starting as individual strings, but quickly growing into thick, hanging curtains of web. The sticky, silk-like substance becomes more abundant the further you travel in. However,
spiders.
So I'm going to give you an option here. Do you want to continue traveling in this direction, or do you want to try to give it a birth?
Birth.
Tracks go this way, right?
Nothing good ever came from spiders.
I mean, some very nice silks have come from spiders. I know because I made them. I
Tracks
start
go this way,
collecting
we
some of
follow
the spider
tracks.
silk.
You got it. Yeah, you start collecting some of the spider silk.
You're in charge.
Yeah.
You're the one who's paying me.
So
Where are we going?
Can we tell how, we can't tell how large this...
I mean, from what I would say, again, 2 Outlanders and a Ranger in their favorite terrain, it's really hard for me to not give you an abundance of information, even in this magically, detrimental and deleterious.
how much time would we lose going the other way, going around it?
It's hard to tell.
How far out it is.
It's really hard to tell because what's going to happen is that you're most likely going to lose the track. The difficulty is going to be if the track goes through this way, like the way the crow flies, refinding and finding it again. It's more of a risk thing rather than how long would it take us. Granted, if you're confident in your abilities.
I mean, I can always skirt the side and just get little here and there.
Lord Ezra, how do you feel about
We can push
spiders?
through. I don't like spiders.
I'm not a big fan of spiders, but when it comes to survival, I'll leave it to my trusted friend, Derek. Whatever you suggest, my friend, is the way we'll go.
I guess the eggs with all of them in the basket are with you, my friend. That's not a good analogy, but you know what I mean.
Hey, sometimes the shortest way to the monsters is through the other monsters.
But do we want
I
to...
hate to agree.
She's the bard, okay?
I hate to agree with the bugbear, but if we lose our tracks, their tracks,
We may never find them.
That tracks.
It does.
Are these humanoid tracks that we've been finding?
They appear to be, yes.
Well, I say we push through.
all right.
Okay, you guys push through as you have to find yourself more and more frequently push back the webbing from your faces and some of the gossamer strands you don't see, so you do that thing where you walk in and you're like, oh, and you do that little,
No.
that little
Yeah.
shin where you just
So-
get off.
I activate my right, and I start
Torch burning.
Yeah.
You got it. Cool. How long does that
machete through the forest, but instead I'm doing it with fire sword through the.
How long does that
webs.
last?
8 hours. So I
Your
just
sword
now.
can be on fire for 8 hours?
Yeah.
Just straight up on fire?
It lasts 8 hours, or until you take a short or long rest.
So you could just always have your sword on fire?
Yes.
Why wouldn't you do that all the time?
That's why I did it first thing in the morning. Last time,
I'd be like...
I didn't do it today.
So
but
wait, so we can stay aflame for 8 hours?
Yes,
you can
TJ.
activate any right you know on a weapon you're holding. When the right, where's the?
I just imagine him putting it back in the sheath, and the sheath just all of a sudden just whoosh.
Yeah.
Right lasts until you finish a short or long rest.
Interesting. Okay. So, the sticky silk-like substance becomes far more abundant the further you travel, occasionally even hanging far enough down from the canopy overhead that an outstretched arm might touch it.
I crouch down.
You're not Cole.
In the distance.
No, I'm just a tall bug.
You hear, just because you guys are paying the most attention right now. In the distance, further down the bending, gossamer-laden trail, you hear what sounds like a muffled scream. Perhaps it is the fled screams of terror emit from the many what you begin to see balloons of web about you. Though only the sign of what or who might be inside is the jarring impression of a single hand pressed against the balloon's interior. Kind of like very
It's very.
Alien 3 pushing up against the inside of Mother Queen Alien, like, or
I'm thinking like
Nightmare on
70
Elm Street pushing against his skin and from the inside.
So we don't just hear
I'm thinking
the
like
scream.
70s Hobbit cartoon.
Like there's
where,
a sack.
You hear the scream and you like
thinking
look
about
up in the
how I've
direction and you
seen a
see like a
kid's
balloon
foot
sack
come
and
out.
like a hand pressed against from the interior of it, kind of trying to push out, kind of amniotic sac style.
Same.
He did say amniotic sac. You are totally right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, like I've totally seen my kids.
What were they born in Cull?
No.
Oh,
But I mean, like you can see in the outside of
Through
my
the
wife's
stomach.
belly.
oh,
Yeah.
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 That's what he's saying. It's kind of.
Parasite.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty much definition.
Yeah.
But
Fun times.
Because I was in there.
Can anyone get that down? Something is still alive in there.
How high up is it?
I mean, it's up in the tree, and I'm not a good climber.
I could probably hit it down and like cut the strand and it would fall.
How high up is it again?
That's what I was asking.
It appears to be about like 30 feet up.
30.
Oh, I can hit that.
About one of you with a bow or something. Can you?
I mean, is it
kinda,
like hanging by a thread where you could
Yeah, I mean, it's
cut
like,
it and it
it's
would
like,
fall?
yeah, it does that. It's like that spiderwebby thing where it's like, so yeah, I mean, Ezra, you've been challenged.
Can you
Challenge
shoot her down,
accepted.
Councilman? Can you get that down?
Do you look or do you do a no look shot?
like
No,
a,
I've got to
I
look.
Doesn't want that disadvantage.
Yeah, because I could be my dear Vanessa in there, so I have to look.
my dear Vanessa.
My dear friend Vanessa.
He said he didn't know what I was talking about.
So what's it going to
yeah,
be?
because
Mr.
we all
TJ?
believe that.
You tell me. You got to roll your attack.
Shoot it.
I'm going to shoot it.
Okay, roll it. Roll 'em. Look at my eyes. Roll 'em.
You can do it. Let the spirits guide you.
Just know that one because you don't want to shoot the person inside.
16.
16.
With
Guidance.
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 So
Guidance doesn't work on attack rolls.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes,
that
it does.
No, it doesn't.
Or not guidance. It's
that-
inspiration. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So
Bardic
then I roll
Guidance
what,
works on ability
a
check.
D4? Is that what I roll?
D6.
So I roll the D6.
Depends on-
Bless works on attack
Is it
rolls.
sixes?
Is it 6 or
For-
8? Or
Your
D8?
inspiration.
Inspiration, yeah, it's a D6.
Okay.
Inspiration.
I was like, I thought it didn't happen until level
Sorry.
5.
It doesn't start at a 4. It starts at a 6.
19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
19. As you release one of the three.
Of the 3.
Of the three.
Oh, so now you're playing
You
hard.
need 3 points of contact to maintain a thing in the air, guys. Come on, this is physics.
Okay.
That's what you say.
You can't have 2 points of contact
I'm
unless
sorry.
you want it to be
you're
not
putting
unstable.
physics inside of a fantasy game. I'm
Oh,
just.
okay. Look, not everything is like because magic, all right?
Okay.
It is
Second.
valid.
They're magic
Second roll.
spiders.
Hammocks are semi-stable.
It's just
But they're not stationary.
wobbly.
So
They're not stationary. They swing.
I got 2 more times, correct?
I mean,
Yeah, we'll see.
If you want it down.
Oh,
unless you want one of us to take a shot.
11.
11. And then it gets appears to like do like a lazy parabola and then alight softly in what appears to be like a thicker bushel of webbing
Nice.
that appears to like reverberate throughout the camp.
Oh, jeez.
That's great. Okay, so let me roll again.
And like what the sounds of like rustling and just like the nature sounds around you that were there quickly go silent.
Activate my other right.
As your
I'm gonna
advisor,
help
I
you take a
advise we move.
Do you want some help taking these shots?
Nope.
'Cause I don't think we should be doing
Get that
this.
thing down. If we
Let's
can
get it
rescue
down and
that
get out of here
person.
as soon as possible. Okay.
I mean,
23.
we could at least let them be eaten by the spider.
23. You all right, so here's what happens. This is fucking cool. Right, so here's what happens. This is, you're just like shit. And you just pull out 2 arrows and just pull them back. And just you do a split shot and they both snap and it falls. Someone go catch it?
I'm gonna catch it.
Okay. Go ahead, Spike. Go ahead and roll a dexterity check for me.
Dexterity check. 20. Dirty 20.
20! Spike's just like, hop, hop, and he just grabs it, just out of the air, just like snatches it like a frisbee out of the air, and like puts it on and says, and
Dagger.
you, and you see, sorry, I've been playing a little bit too much Zelda.
That's fine.
This individual, I'll put that up on the Discord for you too.
Not quite your Vanessa.
He's like, my goodness, I thought I was gonna die in that thing.
We might need to move rather quickly. Are you
All right,
able?
well, let's move.
Do I recognize him?
Roll an intelligence check for me.
But yes, let's get out of here.
Do I recognize him as well? Because he might be part of the
I
guard.
don't think you do.
No? Okay.
Just because I don't think you know every person in your town.
That's true.
I don't know. I rolled a 4.
Okay.
And
Pass
neither
it.
do
Okay.
What's your name, sir?
As we're leaving,
I'm Lewis. I'm sorry. That's not my accent.
as we're leaving,
I'm Lewis Lancaster. But we should, your friend's right. We should probably get out of here. I don't want to be caught here any more than we have to. And most of you, like, while looking over the shoulder of his now like tangled gossamer hair with like the webbing and everything, looking over his shoulder, just see standing what wasn't there a second ago. A robed woman with a coned headpiece and a withered features appears to be staring directly at you. Ribbons of web drape over her body and tangle in with her hair. Alongside her, a figure shrouded in black rags holding only a lantern, which flickers with a dim orange light. 2 pinprick yellow orbs are all that you can see from beneath a pointed hood. A voice carries across the veil, foul and unwelcoming. Take care of them, brood sister. Mother only needs one, says the shrouded figure. The withered woman answers,
Yes, Wist brother. The mother's will be done.
and you start to hear skidding and scuttling coming from all around you. What are you guys doing?
Running.
Come on, Lackluster, let's go.
You guys just start to book it. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
But-
are we like full dashing?
They said they only need one. I mean, you know,
could throw
there's
Lewis
other
Are you
people.
leave Lewis behind? Yeah, you throw Lewis back. So you cut him open. He's like burlap sacking himself undone. He's like trying to hop and it's still not like completely undone. So he's like hopping. He's like, oh, well, wait.
I could care less.
I only hit one. I don't need to
You're
do
like,
that one.
you might be my people, but you may become my constituents, but you ain't my people. I love it. Okay, perfect. So you guys start running. Okay, cool. So we're gonna do a skill challenge for this thing. Guys, remember Argent Flame first episode?
Yeah,
Cave
this
of
is very
Spiders.
similar, yes.
Woo! Here we go again. Okay, so cool. So here's what
see
we're
what
gonna
we can
do.
do this time.
We're gonna roll some dexterity checks because you guys have to dodge these sticky webs while you are moving full tilt boogie.
Is there no saves? There's just checks.
Yeah, let's start with checks, and I reserve the right to change my mind.
Now, while I'm
Are
running,
you sure they can't be saved?
Fine.
Oh, that might be
Smart advantage.
while I'm running,
Sure.
am I able to have my scimitars out? Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's free object interaction.
I would have made sure to pull Lewis out
Yeah, he's like burlap jumping and everything, and you just take one flick of the wrist and like cut it up, and he's like, thanks, mate. And you just start booking. Okay, cool. So what'd you get for dexterity save? Let's go around.
Sorry.
16.
16, success.
21.
Success.
18.
Success.
15.
Barely a success.
Ooh, damn. You know I gotta roll.
8.
25.
25. Okay, so here's the deal. 25 kind of clinches it. You see your Shadarkai friend here struggling a bit. Like they got their foot caught in a root and then like wrapped around some web. And as you just go right by her, you just pick her up by the waist and just kind of like football spin her, so it like unwinds the web, and you're back on your feet, and you're like, okay, and you just start running again.
Well, thank you. That was wonderful.
Awesome. You guys run. First success. You start to see
You got a cowboy hat.
this crashing wave of spiders behind you. This large, big, red, like recluse spider across the canopy as you moving, booking it. What's up?
Pull out a vial of one of the flasks that I tucked into my bandolier.
Uh-huh.
Toss it up in the air, and I'm going to hit it with my sword.
Is it oil?
It is oil.
Okay. Cool. You're going to try to set the
Webs on fire.
Webs on fire. Cool. Just roll an attack roll, just in case you roll real shitty and set yourself on fire.
Nah, 18.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you dash it off and fire. So that'll give you advantage on the next Constitution saving throw, because you guys are going to be running for the next like 20 minutes trying to get out of this thing and moving through difficult terrain, even though difficult terrain doesn't affect your party's movement because of your favorite terrain, and it is not magical. So you do like this, you keep doing the same thing that you just did to your Shadarkai friend, to Sai, to like everybody. Every time they get stuck, you just start being like, nope, and like unraveling people and spinning them in the air. Like you're fully like triple Salcaling everybody.
As long as I'm dashing, difficult
full
terrain
action
doesn't
dash.
affect me either because I took the mobile feat.
Right, that's true. Yeah, so you guys are doing great. So Constitution saving throws. Let's go.
Dex?
Any dex or-
Constitution, because you're running for
You said
20 minutes.
advantage though, right?
I said.
At advantage.
Oh, well, I said
of the
Constitution
fire.
because it's difficult terrain.
Yeah.
So yes, I'll give you advantage because of your favorite terrain abilities and mobile and all this other
what-
other nonsense.
For what it's worth, I'll keep flinging vicious mockery at the spider as we keep running too. Just
Yo, keep hitting me, keep hitting me.
You,
I want some
you
material.
call yourself an eight-legged freak. Well, I don't think that you're a freak anyway. Anyhow, it's terrible.
Mother always said I was beautiful.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, or
Can,
the.
can a spider blush?
I don't fuck with
And the
beholders,
eyes
they're
in the
scary.
Nobody's ever complimented me before.
So you have to say in D&D.
He's a constitution,
eyes
right?
of the
I'm
beholder.
actually a boy.
Okay,
Couldn't tell.
You should see my girlfriend. She's 10 times the size.
great, cool.
Her name is Shelob. No, it's not. Never mind.
19.
You
Don't sue
wish.
me. What?
19.
19,
21.
21,
21.
21,
17.
17.
We're doing. Oh, sorry. I was like, what?
Good job.
Sorry, 13 con.
At advantage?
Yes.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So again, you just be like, you just like pick up the twink by the waist and just start
like
carrying
riding
them.
me.
You're like, I had the time of my life. Just through the spider web as like the fire and brimstone around you is starting to like have pieces of fire falling in slow motion around you. It's
I'm-
amazing.
I'm crying
This is
though.
I see all this
full
beautiful
back,
stills
calling
going
back to
away.
our first. Yeah. You're crying. I love it. Oh,
Second.
fantastic. Second episode. This is full second
Second
episode of Argent Flame. Second session, Argent Flame.
Yeah.
Full. Cool.
You know what? I'm gonna take
Lewis.
one of my daggers and toss it up at the thing that's in the canopy, the red thing in the canopy.
Lewis rolled, I shit you not, 3 natural ones in a row. I have never
Only need one.
seen that before.
There goes your sacrifice.
I have.
I rolled 20s that were 1, and I only rolled 4 20s while you were upstairs.
Wow. Okay, so here's the deal. If someone wants to save, you have the best chance of saving it. If you want him with you, you're going to have to slow down. in order to do so.
Do we really need him?
We don't know where he came from.
He's information, so I'll save him.
Okay, cool. Do me a favor. Roll a athletics check for me. Because you kind of like put on the brakes and you have to like yank him.
Can't do acrobatics.
I can't pick him up.
This is more of like lifting a fellow teammate.
And so I'm going to slow down
Like, I can't
and
do
watch
this?
him and make sure that he's okay.
You can do it. I promise you.
The
it's
thing is, like, he's
spirits
the one
will
that first
help.
notices because he's like,
Guidance.
this is his favorite terrain. He's fully like 360 aware of everything that's happening. While you guys are just going full, you're literally using your action and your movement to move, to run. When you run that fast, you're not looking behind you. That slows you down. You just fucking go. That's when you're like your fear instinct kicks in and your adrenaline hits and and that little seed hits and you move faster than you ever could. So you guys are full moving. He can help if you want to. Yes, Ezra, if you want to slow down too, you can. It's just that he absolutely is the one that notices it first. What'd you get?
I'm like way ahead then.
Even with her guidance, it's 3.
Oh no.
2 1s, and my
I'm glad
athletics
I
is just
slowed
+1.
down.
You want to slow down?
Well, yeah, I said I was going to
Okay,
keep an eye
roll
on
with
him.
advantage for me then.
Okay. So the guidance is still a 1, but let's see if. Okay, it's a little better. So now we got 11.
Okay. Okay. You guys are able to get him up and moving, and like you start to gain momentum. However, a couple of attacks of the more the more forward spiders do get a couple attacks on you. I need both of you to roll 2 Constitution saving throws each, as you each get 4 attacks upon you by some smaller of the spiders.
One's a 10, one's an 18.
Well, you each get 2 of the 4.
Was a 1.
1.
There's been so many nat ones. in
That's
the
a
last,
22.
Okay.
So 1 fail, 1 success each.
Yep.
Unless a 10 also succeeds.
So that means we had 5 nat ones.
How much?
and
What did you get for your Constitution?
So one was a 10, one was an 18.
18. Okay, 10 fails, 18 succeeds.
Same failure, success.
Yep, a 1 and then a 22.
First one succeeds. Second one, first one
Fails.
Right. Yeah.
1 failure.
First failure,
5
second succeed.
nat ones.
8 points of piercing damage.
He wrote through-
9
Yeah,
points of piercing
yeah.
damage.
Okay.
So we just gotta balance it out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It feels more like we're just spreading them out from you this time.
15 points of poison
I
damage.
got it. It's 'cause I got a crit.
On top of
Four-
that, 8.
14 points of poison. I totaled it all up for you. 14 points of poison damage. That's what you got in total from all those attacks,
Okay.
including the
for-
successes and the failures. I
for
already
all
added
the-
it up for you.
For all the attacks?
Yeah.
All the
Yeah,
attacks.
all
So
of
it's a
them, correct.
total of 14, not 23.
No, that was the
Yes.
23 because that the 14
Right,
was
that's what I was
just
trying to make
poison
sure.
damage.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so
14
it's a total
plus
of 23
9.
That's
points of
correct.
damage.
That's correct.
Okay.
And
so
you have
that's-
like a total of like 26, 27 or something like that.
So it was 8 and then 15, so 23.
23. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sorry. So many numbers. Great. So, but you get a couple of bites.
How you boys looking?
Okay, I don't know. If
Yeah?
I'm done with that. I'm not doing that one anymore.
Keep the dice.
I'm not. I can't deal with that one right now. It just rolled its 5th natural one, and I just can't. I can't deal with it. So
We're gonna step up.
When did
want
you
it.
start
It's gonna
using
hurt.
Kenton's dice?
Thank you.
I don't want it. I love that die, but right now it's not being good. So here's the deal.
That's the heavy one too.
Yeah, I was like very careful. I was like, don't hit Adam. Don't hit Adam. Okay, so
Nat 1. Ping. Ah.
Get a friend.
I love our homebrew rules. Okay, cool. So, right. Okay. Skill challenge. Boom, boom. Let's go. So the rest of you guys are doing full tilt boogie, right?
Yep.
Okay. So we're going to do as you guys continue further, we're going to do. Ooh, this makes a lot more sense now. I want to say, what is it? Strength, con, intelligence, wisdom, charisma. Makes sense for it to be another dexterity saving throw because Your flame is helping out immensely. However, the flame is moving faster than you guys are running, so it's moving ahead of you, and little fireballs of burning web, like napalm, little pieces of styrofoam that are on fire are dropping.
Anybody who's watched Spider
dexterity
Silk
saving
burn
throw,
before.
dexterity saving throw all around. You know what? Fuck you. You can't see this.
I can't see flaming.
You don't have eyes at the top of your fucking head.
You're not going to
All
look
right.
at the flame
What's your
things
passive
falling
perception?
into
What's your
13.
13? Fucking DC I put in my fucking... I'm not gonna lie to you, so fine. Boom. I can't believe this bullshit.
This was Satan again, right?
Dexterity saving
I
throw.
don't have that high of a dex bonus.
Like I can't express enough to you how you guys are moving full tilt boogie. Literally, you don't look back. You just go.
Yeah.
You just go. Like if
like
looking
So I
back
get to roll-
slows you down.
Oh, yeah.
Roll one again.
Derek is like
One or two-
weaving
is it-
us
is it
through
one or
these
two?
webs with like,
Right, and like
Things that are gonna
expertise.
fall are
he's
gonna
like
be in
he's like
front
a
of us.
ballerina through this shit, and he's like whipping some of you around and like dipping you, like very like tango style through
Yeah.
this thing. Be like, "Whoosh,
Oh,
go that way.
Dance class.
I
is really
kind
paid
of
off.
I kind of picture every time he has to stop for somebody, I get just a little bit ahead of him because I can dodge and duck.
Yeah, and then he does like a forward flip, and he's like, haha.
21.
Okay, 21,
17.
17.
22.
20.
12.
Wow, you can struggle with the dice
19.
today,
Okay,
huh?
Yeah,
that's a
that's
success
not
for
good.
everybody. So
That's
the
not
way
your
how this
thing
works is that
usually.
if you succeed, you don't take any damage. Rather than normal fire damage, usually it's you succeed, you take half damage. You don't take any damage if you succeed. Poor Shadrak is like, the sky is falling.
I'm just so sad that all this beautiful stuff is going away. That's why I'm like half-heartedly just going along with this.
Just very distraught.
Yeah.
I kind of imagine you like the Commodore, like that one guy at the end of Pirates of the Caribbean where he's just walking down the ship as it's being destroyed.
What's that one song that plays during like adoption commercials?
What?
What that like dog adoption?
The Sarah
Oh, the Sarah
McLachlan.
McLaughlin song.
Yeah,
In the
yeah,
Arms
yeah.
of
What
an
is it?
Angel.
You're like in the arms of a spider web. And so, like, fantastic.
Can I slam one of those
Silky memories.
bottles?
What's up?
Can I slam one of those
Wants to chug his wine bottle.
You want to chug your wine bottle?
Yeah.
You want to chug your very fine,
I need some hip
very
points. I need
like
some hip points.
awkward to hold wine bottle as you're running full tilt, baby.
Wait.
Okay.
We're down to our last one.
Wait,
then?
wait.
I mean,
before
so
Yeah,
technically,
we're
mechanically,
I actually
you
didn't
can.
drink it yesterday.
It is the most
Uncomfortable.
unelegant thing you've ever done in your life. Inelegant thing you've ever done.
I see
You
you-
like chip your teeth. You make your lips bleed because it's like banging up against your.
I see
mouth.
you doing that. I say, "Oh, I'm sorry. Let me help you instead of." And I cast aid on my good you three nice folks. I'm
Okay.
so sorry.
Dayrick.
Yeah, Dayrick.
Derek, Liam,
Liam,
and
and
Ezra.
Ezra.
And that's 5.
Everyone's
5
you gotten
points,
taken
and
damage?
your max
Goes up
HP
to 5.
everyone's got 2-syllable name except for Spike and Psy.
So 5 points, and then the max
And I
HP
still can't
goes
remember
up
fucking
5 as well.
Yeah, for the
Okay.
next 8 hours.
Silent.
Okay, cool.
Sayonara.
Okay, so
I have
here's the deal.
More than
That's
one
cool.
syllable in my real name, but that's
Boom, boom, bang. There was going to be one more roll to this thing, but you guys don't have difficult terrain because of your ranger. So,
Thanks, Ranger.
Any day.
your ranger just fully does like and cuts a swath in this thing and lets you guys out, and everybody gets out. You guys are fucked up, but everybody gets out. Here's what's going to happen.
You didn't say what the damage was for
Yeah,
fall.
for her.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
fire.
No, I mean, if you want
If
to forget.
if you don't want to get it to her.
7 points of fire damage.
Okay.
7 points of fire
That
damage.
could have been so much worse.
So here's the deal. As a latch ditched then, as this big like, oh, well, I wanted you to meet my girlfriend, but you're gonna have to settle for my spit. And it just spits a big old loogie acid thing, poison venom crap at you as you like exit thing. Dexterity saving throw.
I mean, that was uncalled for, but
For everyone or just?
it's not good.
Yes.
That's a big boss.
I've seen a girl.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to give you an option here. You are ushering everybody out. You can take someone else's dexterity saving throw. You can either choose not to roll yourself or take somebody else's. Or like make it so that somebody else doesn't have to and take and roll yourself instead.
I do have 5 temporary hit points, I guess.
It's up to you.
Okay, I'll take someone else's.
Who do you want to take? Who do you grab and throw through the opening you made?
Who's been fucking up?
So I'll
like,
take
yeah, because like every
Laura.
12 seconds you've been like spinning and flipping her, and you're like, just move. It's just
not gonna make it.
So
You just give up and you just dive, and he just grabs you and just guides you through like a thread through a needle eye.
Because you've been spinning me, I've actually been able to use that to weave as we've been going.
You've been doing your crochets while you've been thrown around.
She's been like snagging a string and like weaving it
and
in.
then she's doing spun, and then it.
Fan-fucking-tastic. Okay, cool. Great. Rolls.
Another 21.
Success.
11.
Failure.
11.
Failure.
15.
Just barely a success.
You get thrown through the opening.
Failure. 3 11s. Okay.
Do 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 do. Anybody?
Oh wait, no, that's a D8. It should be a D10.
I know this is not what happened, but there's this part of me that just imagines him like grabbing you by the ankle and flipping you out end over end.
Whoa. Okay, so each of you take 10 points of poison damage.
Or half.
Or, I'm sorry, acid damage.
Or half.
Or half, yes. Or 5.
There go those 10 hit points. Thank you, though.
I mean, you know. At
Okay,
least
and then you
got
guys are
one.
out. You guys are out, and you have saved. Well, I recognise you from the road. Thank you. Thank you for getting me out of that damn web coffin. I owe you my life. I really do. When we came in here, we expected some foul play, but we didn't expect this. Went way over our heads.
How the hell did you get in there?
Well, the foreman sent me to find some of our other lost members, and I ended up getting lost myself.
How long ago was this?
I think back. I was part of a 4-person group that about 4 days ago.
Did you see the councilwoman before you left, or recently?
She left before us, actually. We hoped to be back at the logging camp sundown the same day, but we didn't pack enough water or rations needed for surviving several days in the forest.
It's not that hard, is it?
Yeah, it's right there. I mean, it's not.
There's fruit there, and there.
I tend to agree that was rather stupid of you to just, not pack enough food and water, but we're glad that you were safe. What,
Did you see any others?
I mean, there were some other
Anybody? Marcus?
pods.
We saw the other pods, but you were the only one we were able to get down before we had to run.
But don't worry,
I didn't come in here alone.
we got a couple of them.
Have you been lost, wandering, until you found
For a
that?
few days, and then that happened. I can't really know. It's hard to tell time in here.
Did you see any creepy women straddling you?
Derek, you don't need to find a camp follower right now, dude.
You didn't see what I saw.
I didn't, but Marcus said he did.
Marcus said he did.
Marcus said he did. He claimed that he had suffered a terrible nightmare, and that when he woke up, he was unable to move, and he was in an embrace of a verbatim, ragged, terrifying woman with a grinning face and sunken eyes.
We all make
you.
bad
We've been there
decisions when
before.
we've been
So
That's all I have
I've
to
woken
say.
up with something like
That's
that
all
before.
did Marcus disappear first?
Like I said, the pigsty.
Marcus went crazy and tried to hurt us. Well,
That's what
The first morning you woke up in here?
How long after?
He went insane, as far
Obviously.
as I can tell.
Yeah.
Did he stab anyone in the back with
It
an
was
axe?
like at some point during the third day, if I remember correctly.
Good day.
He took up his woodcutting axe and he used it to kill Nikolai.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep checking on you. Just
I mean, I feel fine.
I mean, as a
feel
matter of fact,
fine.
let's do another little check after that. How you doing? Let's see. All right. Great. All right. Wonderful.
I don't want to make you roll. I ran when that happened. And then.
And
this
that's when
happened
you
to me.
got lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen any hooded figures? Like pointy hoods?
Well, I believe I just finished playing, didn't I? No, wait. Hold on, let me check my notes.
Besides
don't
the
think
two
so.
that we just saw.
Whoa, no, I saw that one. Those two?
But
Fucking creepy, those two.
right, yeah. But besides
More of their kind are out.
Fucking name is Wisp Brother, Brood Mother. Who the fuck are they? What are they? A traveling circus troupe? The fuck?
they're not good.
No. Brood sister, I think they were called.
Well, I mean, I'm not going back alone. Silly thing. I'll stick with you.
That's fine. Just we're not going back.
Not yet. Not yet. At least.
I mean, safety in numbers, I suppose.
You're safer with us than going off on your own, but
My sentiments exactly.
just making sure you're aware we're going deeper.
All right.
Can you fight?
Yeah. What are you?
Pulls out his
doing?
woodcutter's axe. It's still like kind of like webbed to his side. Like, bit handy with this. I know how to swing.
As long as you don't hit any of us with that thing.
Not intentionally.
Don't be like Marcus.
Do you mind if I take a look at you two? Just do a once over.
You want me to T-pose?
Yes, please. and look at the crystal. There you go. That
What does it do?
helps
I'm
me.
trying to figure that out myself.
Makes you look funny while I check you out. That's all. Medicine check.
Sure.
It helps her focus her medicinal arts.
It distracts you.
Some of you
while
are
she
quite
jabs
fucked
you.
up, aren't you?
Yeah.
Some
Okay.
of them, yeah.
22.
22. You don't sense fraying of thread. Oh, let's move this back to
Or
what
just-
we need to do. You don't sense fraying of thread, of soul and everything. You just sense, like, this person, where there is fear and terror
Psychological
and
damage.
anxiety and psychological damage, they
Sorry.
are replacing it with, like, courage and like moving forward and adrenaline, so that they don't have to face it. They'll deal with this later. This is
Okay.
like PTSD manifesting.
Let's bury this trauma.
Yeah.
You'll be
I'll
fine.
deal with this when I'm
darling. You'll be
safe.
fine.
They're too preoccupied with focusing
Yeah.
on surviving.
Yeah.
It's very much I'll deal with this when I'm safe kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did we lose the trail in that mad dash?
Very good question. Could somebody please roll survival?
I was helping him track it.
Okay. I believe I've said before, no matter how many advantages and
No,
disadvantages you
that's-
have.
It's just
Right.
flavor.
Just
Okay, cool.
if there was disadvantage, I'm
I
canceling.
mean,
it.
I'm sure we're probably looking around too, but he's the one rolling, so.
He just automatically doesn't get it because he has a
So 19.
19. I mean, you are, interestingly enough, rather than running backwards, you ran forward. So you actually, by sprinting so hard, you
Caught up.
seem to have made some progress. Granted, as far as directions are concerned, you know like which way is north, but what that means here,
Kind of lost as to
yeah.
exactly where we're at.
Right. You guys are pretty tired though. You guys did spend hike for about 8 hours before you even got to that point.
Right.
Dinner time? Lunchtime. Because we woke up super early.
We said we went for like 8 hours at one point. I think.
Yeah, no, we're,
Yeah.
we're like
We could do a dunge.
we're like 10 hours in. This
5, 6 o'clock at night.
Yeah, you guys can push for a little bit more if you want.
Do you want to do a little supper first? And I can play a nice little song for y'all on my bone pan flute if y'all want a little extra rejuvenation.
I could use that.
All right.
A little bit.
Doot. Magic flute.
Doot, magic flute. You got it.
Is Lewis as a human? Yes.
Yes.
So add a d6 to
Just
any
to-
hit dice you roll.
Verify this. We all have dark vision.
Yes.
Okay.
And I have 90
Everyone.
feet.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
Mine's
Guys,
90
Imagine
instead
a
of
party of
40.
just elves just having to We're done. 4 hours.
Yeah,
Moving
4
on.
hours. Move on. Well, we have 3 elves and 3 not elves, so we each have like our elf buddy.
Skipping through the forest. Just
Right. Me and my elf.
Taking a short. You guys, everyone's taking a short rest then. Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Okay.
Doing like an early
Perception
supper.
check for me, please, my good friend. Oh yeah, I threw that one across the room.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Why? I'm not gonna roll.
I'm-
d6 if
That's like the 4th 15 in a row.
I got a 15 as well.
Plus 1 for perception.
Plus 3 to con.
Yeah, so 16.
And these things are my normal.
What'd you get?
Oh shit! I didn't roll.
I use it.
I was doing my health.
It's okay.
Plus,
This is perception.
right? D6 or D4?
13.
yeah.
I'm not gonna roll
Shoot,
because
I
I
should have done.
So you guys have to
it
rest
on
for now.
Yep.
I
Like,
automatically
trance, do whatever it is you need
use
to do.
one hit die automatically.
The way I imagine like elves take a short rest is that they just like enter a sleepless sleep.
Well, I
They're
mean,
just gonna-
we're not like napping.
No, you're doing light activity.
Yeah.
You're doing light activity, but like it's more of that like you kind of enter like automatic mode where you're on autopilot, that kind of thing. Especially elves. Especially elves just kind of like they check out for a minute.
Kind of zone out.
They just kind of check out and they just like, oh, I guess I'm braiding your hair for an hour, that kind of thing.
For Song of Rest, that is the whole hour that I'm playing, so I can't do my own hit dice, correct?
Oh no!
No, it
You
counts.
get 2 short
No,
rests while you're
yeah,
doing
it's
it.
everybody,
Yeah, no.
including you.
That's
The
your light
short rest
activity.
count. The short rest
Excellent.
Song of Rest counts as light activity for a short
Yeah.
rest. Yeah.
No,
Okay,
it,
cool.
it
Yeah.
totally helps you too.
To you,
Alright.
playing an
That would
instrument
suck
is
so hard.
light activity.
Okay. I just
We
wanted
can
to
get rid of
double-check.
Lewis.
What is it?
you
It's a
know.
D8.
Otherwise,
It's a
for
D6.
D6.
Yeah. It's
No, you're fine. I was just making sure I rolled
It was
right.
already
yeah.
I mean,
Cool.
it's Not great, but not
No.
bad.
What did you get on your perception?
I didn't even
13.
roll,
13. And you got a
'cause I
16.
already- I'm only down 5.
Yes.
So
Can you please? Oh, wait a second.
Half
You're
whatever.
immune to effects that would somebody's shaking the table.
That's me.
Oh,
Sorry.
sorry.
He's erasing.
Oh,
Um,
wait.
I got
Since we're in
16 points.
forest, do I
Yeah.
get advantage on my perception?
I know. I got.
Because
All
we're,
perception checks?
because we're in forest.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
We're in his favored.
Okay, I rolled the exact same thing. So.
Okay, so here's the deal. You are I have Fey ancestry, so you are immune to effects that would try to put you to sleep,
Yes.
correct? Interesting. So here's the deal. You feel something attempt to put you to sleep. Very strong. Very strong. Like you have that moment of just like lethargy for a moment, and then you're like,
I don't sleep.
Something's playing games.
Did I
with us.
feel anything?
you felt that like when you're carrying a vessel or like a water bottle or some sort of like container that has liquid in it, and you're like you have it under your arm or something like that, and you move quickly in one direction, and you feel, because centrifugal force and momentum, you feel it like continue to tug you in that direction because the water is moving within the container. You feel like that like something pull you, like gravitationally pull you and then push you, but not like it's the absence of the thing that would create that type of pull, but you still feel the pull.
So, I mean, did it try to put both of us to sleep, and we both?
Oh no.
Oh.
You just feel like
Something happened.
like a ripple disturbed.
Yeah. And he felt the sleep effect try to take hold.
Right. Because as you're resting and like entering autopilot mode, you sense something try to take advantage of that and like fully put you into like coma. It just didn't work because you're immune. Fucker.
Something just tried to mess with my mind.
I mean, I bet it was your hot date from earlier.
I wouldn't say hot, but you might not be wrong.
Roll the d10. How hot was she?
I don't have any D10s out because my character doesn't need them.
That is the... Okay. Short rest over. Because I'm not doing this anymore.
Yes, no, I understand.
Shut the fuck... Oh, my God.
I understand.
3.
She was hot. She's just not your type. Everyone is hot.
You don't like the hanging jaw, you know, like that kind of thing?
I mean, you know, I like women that smile, but just that
Okay.
smile, like, oh my.
That's enough before we get canceled. All right, so here's the deal. Are you intending to push on
Yes.
for a little bit longer?
Couple
Okay, cool.
hours.
Yeah.
Until it gets
okay.
dark.
Can I talk to Jezebel one more time?
I
before
want to
we
make
head
this.
out?
Yes, you can. I want to. You can do that. I want to make this really, really easy and very, very simple.
Sweet.
Ranger, survival or perception check. Pick one. Depending on what you choose, regardless of whether you succeed or fail, they're going to be different results.
I mean, it's the same difference for me, so.
Flip a coin. Or tell me what you're choosing.
Oh, I'll do survival.
Okay.
Nat 20 for a 26.
My rights are active.
Why does that sound not appropriate? I don't. Okay. Anyway, natural 20, 27. You said
26.
26. Okay. You guys continue to move through on to dusk and into the night a little bit. Lewis eventually has to like grab onto one of you because he can't fucking see.
I light up a stone
yeah,
for him.
Sure.
There's a
something
wisp.
off the. No, actually, don't look.
I can't see that. Did a wisp pop up when I cast light?
Well, no, you have your blades lit right now. That's what's giving off the light.
No, it gives off. It can do radiant damage. It doesn't necessarily light
One's on
up.
fire, one's on radiant, right?
But they don't know necessarily like they're not lit up.
I understand. Just roll with me.
I cast.
Roll with me, my dude. They're giving off
Sure.
enough ambient light for
Yes.
them to see you holding them, so he
Yes.
knows what to hold on to
Correct.
and not trip over shit.
Yep, that works.
So here's the deal. You see something off to the side of the trail that catches your eye. There's like a glint of what appears to be like some sort of metal, like from the light, from the very, very, very faint light that his rights emit. Do you approach?
I see some metal shining thing. I'm going to check it out.
Detour.
Yes. Okay. You approach.
Before I do, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself just in case it's going to something.
Okay, you got it. You'd be like, ah, fuck.
Just in case it's going to try
Some
and
of
fuck me
your
up.
wounds,
I'll be right behind them just in case.
You got it.
Yeah.
Just in case what?
Anybody
Something
else,
pops out.
Anybody else looking a
Sentinel.
little down?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Anybody else need a little extra?
No, you said you'll be
Okay,
right
Oh, no,
behind
I'm-
him just in case something pops
good.
out.
After dinner, I'm good. Thank you for that song.
Taken
It was
somewhere else.
Inspiring.
My pleasure.
Okay. Anyway,
I haven't grown my tail yet.
In most company, that would be quite offensive, but I understand your circumstances.
I am so sorry, Alphinius. I am so sorry. I DM a bunch of children.
You're the one who started it.
Well,
You went
And
the whole
that's-
poop early.
poop is acceptable. Poop is not entirely. Poop is not as
let's move
vulgar
on.
as penis humor. Okay.
I was talking about a tail. That's
Okay,
the wrong direction.
God.
We're gonna just keep on moving.
Yep.
Okay.
Over to the shiny thing.
So, entangled in roots and partially overgrown with moss, a skeleton still clad in dingy old armor sits slumped against a tree just a few feet from the edge of the path.
Does this look like guard armor from the Prond?
It does. It does look like guard armor. This looks like Prondadol.
Brondadol.
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 Brondadol. It does indeed.
Like super old rusted or like been there a couple of days, starting to.
I mean, if it's full on skeleton.
The metal itself, actually, you know what? Go ahead and roll a. I'm going to say either a nature or survival check.
Ooh. Shiny. He is fully skeletonized, so he has been there for a while.
14.
The metal looks barely touched at all.
Ooh.
The skeleton looks, like it's been there for a while. But it's odd because given the state to which the metal is like not degraded at all, it should be far more degraded than the body is. Whoever this once was that you gather have perished some time ago. Close inspection allows you to discover something unusual, however. Several grooves appear carved into the bone and in and around the eye sockets, as though someone with a knife had or bladed instrument sloppily carved out or stabbed around the eyes.
Is it a specific rune, or is it just like...
Did you guys read the preface I sent you in that Discord thing?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a specific, like, symbol? Or is it just random,
No,
like,
it looks
tool
like
marks? Like somebody was scraping it.
Like someone was trying to...
Take out his eye.
Yeah.
Eyeball things, missing eyeball. They were harvesting the eyeballs to make the things hanging in the trees.
All right, so if one of us goes down, pop their eyes.
Yes, please.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Do you want your eyes hanging from a tree? I don't.
No!
We'll see. If you die, then I'll make sure they don't get your eyes.
No, but don't touch me eyes. Just carry me somewhere. Maybe, use the good stuff.
If I die,
Don't let him touch me.
burn my
The
body.
Raven Queen doesn't care about your eyes. You still have them after that.
Set me on fire. There's some extra oil in the cart. Just
You're crazy. You want me to die and just like not... I
don't want you to
You
die.
want me to set on fire. You want to take my eyes.
no. I'm telling them if I die, burn me. I don't know about you. I'm not talking about.
Fucking crazy.
I'm saying I don't want my eyes hanging from a tree, and I don't think you guys do. So
I
if
don't.
You die,
You're all
I'm sorry. When I die, I don't care what
If you
you do with my
die,
eyes.
I will make sure they don't get your eyes.
That's all you see here.
He
Pretty
doesn't.
much. There's some there's like a gold pouch
Nah.
with some gold, but other than that, there's not really anything here.
I mean, I'll swipe the gold. Why not?
Sure, 30 gold.
Sweet. For what these mortals usually.
There's,
Sure.
there's nothing on the why to like fully identify it.
It just appears to be some sort of guard of Prindottle.
There's no like personal item.
There is a
Just don't label
the
your armor or
glint
anything,
that
right?
that caught your eye was the gold amulet that's worth the 30 gold. It's like worth 30 gold coins. But yeah, that's about it. You guys continue moving.
If we don't have any way to identify the body, yeah.
Yeah, you guys maybe have like 2 or 3 hours more of travel before you guys
Yeah,
are
that's
gonna
fine.
be dead tired.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So here's what happens. Actually, we're gonna do something. Okay.
Before we leave, I break the skeleton's legs.
I get you.
I mean, I get you too, but I'm still gonna make you feel bad about it.
That's
as
fine.
You
can
desecrate this.
you can make
poor
me
soul's
you can try
body.
and make me feel bad, but this thing is not chasing us through the woods.
Okay,
So
okay. I'll just break your legs.
that's fine.
Why don't you just take the legs?
Yeah, like I take my
Just
sword
take the
and I like
bring them back at a later time when the threat is past.
I mean, I think you can make
I
it.
make sure there's nothing connecting.
Well, then you would know if it reanimates.
And you can make excellent drumsticks out of those. I mean,
Like,
especially
right at-
like taiko drum. You know,
right
like-
right at the knees.
Wrong with you people?
Right at the
Love
knees.
it.
I make sure that there's like no tendons anymore. Like
Yeah,
Mitch
no,
Truly,
there's,
my
there's no
tribe
muscle.
did that. He took
So,
those
like-
little bones and turned them into.
So-
That was
It was
awesome.
great, right?
So the only thing
yeah.
that's really
They make some
keeping
great
the
sounds
bones
depending on
together is
how
like
you
the
hit the
foliage
drums
and
with
the
them.
moss.
The
yeah,
sound
yeah.
changes.
So I just
Really
make sure his lower legs are not attached to his upper
I
leg.
love
Sure.
it.
You got it. You put them several yards away.
Yes, exactly.
Off at the kneecap.
Yep.
You got it. Great. Wonderful. You have made for a very interesting story for the next person that comes around. Looks like his legs fell off and then he kept crawling on his stubby knees for a while before he died.
I don't care what anybody else thinks. I just don't want this skeleton reanimating and chasing me through the woods.
Necromancers. That's why I was like, take like a foot and see if it moves eventually.
Yeah.
You thought.
I
It just says that you thought before you leave. Okay, cool. Great.
completely
You guys
unnecessary. I
Continue
understand, but
on.
Still doing it.
You travel for another about 2 or 3 hours. I'm gonna do something real quick.
If we end up fighting skeletons later and one of them is missing both of his legs, I am going to be vindicated.
So you're not certain as to when.
Otherwise, I will accept.
The change must have been gradual. However, you've come to notice that the mists have grown suffocatingly thick. Curiously, the thickest of the mist appear to have been pulled back like curtains, looming on either side of the narrow path and leaving only the way forward with a semblance of clarity. There is a brief flicker of dull, smothered light somewhere deep in the fog. It vanished as quickly as it appeared. There was another and another flickering. Orange lights resemblant of lanterns blinking into sight for moments before disappearing.
Is this like Moses through the sea, like walls of fog on each side
I
of
don't know
us?
what it's like. Why don't you tell me what it's like?
Well, you said there's like only a path forward. It's just like solid fog with a path.
For those of you that played like Zelda Breath of the Wild, do you know how you get through the Lost Woods?
Yes,
And
I
that-
do. Yeah.
And you know, and so I mean, I could quote a bunch of other Zelda games. And say this is just what it looks like more. Because if you go too far out of the fog and the path that leads you away, you just kind of get lost and pulled. It does. Fuck, you know, you're right. It does kind of look like it's being pushed away, and like when you go down into the hollow, it does like the fog comes up, and appears to like at some point reach a precipice or a canopy, but it's farther than what you can see.
Like hedge maze, but instead of hedges, it's like walls of fog.
Yeah, it's like atomized fog that's just pushing up from seemingly nowhere.
Okay, cool. If we're gonna take a rest, we should do it before we go any further into that. My accent got thicker.
It happens.
It's related to the fog.
Hello, Basti.
Sounds reasonable.
Just Derek, remember, no camp followers tonight.
I didn't have control over that.
So, like right now, I guess technically you're in a bit of a corridor, a mist corridor. What's wrong with you?
I have no idea, but that just struck me as exceedingly hilarious.
Why?
Stop doing meth. I'm sorry, that was
Math.
really bad.
Yeah, it was.
Jesus.
You mean math, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I meant math. I meant math.
I guess I'll put all
Which
my
is
dice
difficult
away then.
during D&D because there's dice rolling.
Okay, so yikes. So fuck. Okay. Fuck.
So we're already
Come on,
sort of in this
Lead us
thing.
through the fog.
Yeah, you're in the like you found yourself in the midst of it. You can like sleep in the hallway if you want. It's up to you.
It's night though. Like we got all the way towards dark, full dark.
It's night.
I need to sleep
We
at
keep
least.
going,
I don't know
we're gonna take
about
some exhaustion.
any of y'all, but
I mean, I can go into a trance if you want.
if we're gonna end up having to fight something at the end of this thing, I don't want to be tired doing it.
Ooh, this is a good point. Boop, 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 boop.
You've been selected.
You've been selected. So please roll a perception check for me. Yes, you get advantage. Yes, because it is your favorite terrain. And yes, because you're a motherfucker.
I'm okay with all those.
Yeah.
Please proceed. into
That's
the
gonna be
room
a
with the
24.
red light.
24. So here's the deal. The passing of your feet over the muddy trail kicks something. The low-lying fog makes it difficult to see, but your keen eyes spot movement just beneath the misty blanket, and a momentary thinning of fog grants the quickest glimpse of what lay beneath. A decaying rat of impressive size. We're going full
R-O-U-S?
That's what I was just
of impressive size. ROIS. Half eaten by a cluster of small infant arachnids, they scatter
Well,
as the fog settles, their rapid skittering disappearing as they flee the disruption of their meal. As you follow them dissipate and move into the fog, you notice that the tree line broadens. And you can see just past the fog something that appears to be possibly an edge of an opening, of maybe a grove.
There may be a grove over yonder.
little bit.
Anything's better than this stifling fog.
Old Man River.
I mean, unless
Lead the way.
unless it's full of spiders again.
Even if we have to clear it out, it'd be better than where we're at now.
Anyone else notice the rats?
More rats.
I mean, we're in a forest. There's usually critters just about everywhere.
But they were like of incredible size. Impressive size.
It's still an I word. Close enough.
You know what else is an I word? Idiot.
Aye.
All right, Will.
I am punchy today. What the fuck?
That's what happens when Argus isn't here.
Gotta make up for it.
Right.
Without the sarcastic asshole on the other side.
I
of the
feel like
screen.
I'm like it's a one shot. Fuck you guys.
No, right.
I get to have some fun. I feel sassy.
Well, if we gotta kill some big rats, we gotta kill some big rats.
All right, so to the grove.
Smash things.
Spike smash.
Yes.
I thought your vernacular was a little bit better than that, Smike.
No, it is.
All right.
But
But it's still fun to say it, right? Yes. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
all you got,
Spike enjoys the many volumes of Terry Pratchett
the
and the
problem
Discworld
is
series.
Spike doesn't like to talk about Spike in third person.
This is awkward.
I'm rather partial to the musings of Tito Puente.
All right, let's
Great.
go.
Wonderful.
I was
Great.
gonna pick up
So
the
you guys
rat
continue further. Though the fog has not grown thinner, the thickest of it lingers close to the earth, allowing you to see with relative ease what lies ahead as you move forward. What months? Oh my God! What once may have been a beautiful clearing in ages long past, the trees that border this grove have become twisted and decayed. A canopy of entangled branches shields the grove from a natural, pardon me, light, and what can be seen.
Wow. This is a hell of a speech.
Man, this is terribly decayed in here. I mean, it's fermenting already.
Sorry.
Like the fog is
Excuse me.
fully alcoholic.
I mean, this
Good
reminds me of my
firewood.
uncle. We had a little bit too much moonshine.
Yeah,
you know
Lewis
what
is
I'm
like,
saying?
damn. Okay.
Let's bring it back. Bring
Oh
it
my
back.
God! What a great
Rein it
D&D
in.
idea! Like a trap is just it's alcoholic fog, and you just guys get drunk for the rest of the dungeon. Oh
except
my
for
God!
except for the dwarves in the party.
I mean, they can still get drunk. They just have resistance to it.
secondhand.
They're not immune to it. The monk will be
They're
like,
lower to the ground, and you're gonna have more, more dense.
yeah,
fog.
Higher concentration.
you're like
Halflings and
Actually, I
gnomes
can
are just
totally
fog.
see a dwarf doing that.
oh my God!
Oh, this is the best fog I've ever been
Bring it
in.
back.
You're like doing reverse CPR, and people are like, give me. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. Okay, as we continue this beautiful soliloquy.
Without
Anyway, so what once may have been a beautiful clearing in ages long past, the trees that border this grove have become twisted and decayed. A canopy of entangled branches shields the grove from a natural light, and what can be seen of the undergrowth suggests it hasn't been seen sunlight in some time. The smell was once of rotting wood, mold, and wet earth. At the center of this grove stands a towering, barren, gnarled tree. Where is it? There. Boom, there it is. Gnarled tree. Lost my spot. Barren gnarled tree which seems to elevated by thick sunken roots which dive deep into the earth. The branches of this tree were host to a murder of crows. Oh, I hate how they change sense. The branches to this tree seem to be host to a murder of crows, silently perched among dozens of effigies with unblinking eyes peering into every direction. At the base of this tree, the earth, trunk, and roots open into a dark, gaping mouth, a burrow that runs beneath the tree with no clarity as to how deep or how far. The fog thins as the mouth of this burrow creeping into it like molasses. The thinning of the fog allows for you to see clear signs that this burrow is occupied, as the muddy earth leading into the burrow is pocketed with footprints. A wispy trail of light seems to lead directly into the burrow. Though it is quickly fading, it is eerily quiet.
So those hags that I spoke of earlier tend to live in dwellings least as far as the legends go, a lot like this.
Wait, we haven't killed a hag before, have we?
I don't think so.
Cool, new monster.
Yeah.
I love you guys. This is like my favorite character. You guys are just like hit things, yeah.
Smash Brothers.
Right on, dude.
We're not the investigating monster hunter like he is. We're the ones who are just like
Frat
okay,
bro,
you
frat
go
hammer
on and
bros.
kill-
I love it so much.
Especially when we're
Tell me one of your intelligences below 10.
no. We're at 10 and 13.
I love how you just roll for 13. Who's 13? So I feel like in order to like
He's
make
just
him feel
playing
better,
stupid.
you're acting dumb. To like,
Actually, it's 14. But yes, I've been putting down.
God.
They've been acting each other lower and lower and lower on the intelligence scale.
Body. Oh.
Like
It's all an
Zalk,
act. You guys like don't realize that it's
Zalk acts
being
like
smart.
at Spike's level, so Spike goes a little bit dumber, and then Zalk like
You
lowers
guys
to
are
his level,
doing your
and
best. Like you're
Spike goes dumber.
desperately trying to not make the other feel bad that you feel that they don't understand the words that you're saying. So you're both just saying like, oh yeah, no, that was a lot of words too, man.
Yeah, kill.
Oh my God.
Smash.
Okay.
So,
Anyway,
we don't talk to people. that much.
yes, we should
We're both outlanders.
we should
don't really like
look in there, but very, very paranoid. Be on your guard.
Should we be doing this tonight?
We're not gonna get any sleep anywhere close to here.
Let's
so
go sleep right next to the big hag's house. That's a great idea.
he's not wrong.
Back to the rat he found and sleep there.
I
Very
wasn't
true.
saying right next to.
Could throw the rat in the hag's house.
What if we did
Yes!
top?
I think
Even better, even better. We light the
I
rat on
think
fire.
this
and
is
throw
one of
it
those
into the
now
house.
and never type
It's a
situations.
tree that might burn.
All right.
They know we're
Comes
here.
out to fight us.
We're not walking. We're not surprising them,
Before we
but
go,
we're also not walking away unimpeded.
What if we burn down their house?
I am not opposed.
you're gonna burn down the Keebler factory?
Yeah.
I might. Where am I gonna get my fudge ripples?
as an elf, I'm offended.
I This has been great for me, guys. I feel very fed. Okay, so feel very fed. Yes. It's just like abuse. Okay.
This is
Not in a sexual way. I mean,
Is-
we'll see what happens.
we're not going to see what happens. What does anybody need a little extra, vitality before they go down?
Not too bad.
Do that again because I love the way your feathers move.
Fly away.
I'm like a bird. I'm on a
All right. We need to
Anyway.
keep moving.
I'm an elf. I'm offended.
We should.
No?
I don't know where
Everybody's
my home
good?
is.
I don't know where my home is.
These adventurers
Burned
burned it
away.
down.
Oh my god. Oh, we are off the rails. Come on, guys.
Sorry. What were
like
you
a
saying, my dear friend Liam?
We should go.
Yes.
Which direction?
How you
To sleep?
No,
I think we should go to
down the hole.
I mean,
Draw your weapons.
where are we going to sleep at?
Let's
this
go.
point?
Exactly.
No, like, but do you
We've
need?
been
Do you
up
need?
for
I mean,
like
so
12 hours.
just to give you guys a bit of a little bit more of like flavor. Let me paint a picture with my tongue in your brain. So what's like? Oh, okay. Come on. Like,
No, thank you.
so
I do not consent
Okay.
to brain tongue. Sorry.
I like how he keeps like staring at me
I'm
like I'm the
painting
one
a
who's
mental
saying
image for you. I'm painting it with my tongue because I use my tongue to use words. Okay, you know what? Never mind. Bad analogy. I'll move on. Anyway, so it's a bit of like think about the burrow goes like down a little bit, right? So the tree is so heavy that it's kind of made a depression in the earth, right? So it
Okay.
kind of like dips down a little bit, and there's a bit of like I don't want to say antechamber, but like earth caldera kind of feel, where like and then the tree opens in one side to make a burrow and just. And then all the the fog kind of is exuding and becoming thinner from that area. So like I mean there is room if you so choose to set up camp here if you would like. You would be pretty much covered on 3 sides because of how big the roots are. if you want to camp on the outside, but you could also go in and camp, try to like see, as is, domicile normality often have like, lobbies or antechambers or entrance rooms and stuff like that. That's also a thing. So it's
I
like,
can try and like sneak down a little
Would you
bit
say
and see what's
doors?
going on.
Or foyers?
you mean foyer?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I misheard. I think you mean foyer.
So, yes, before we make camp, we should at least peek inside. to make sure nothing-
Salor, what about the other ravens up there? Isn't that like
Kent
your
and I
girls?
love the pushing the lower.
That's
door.
how it works.
It's really doing it for me.
He's
I really
got
love it.
tusks.
I really
He's
love
got
it.
a-
I know. It's really doing it for me. I love
He's
it.
got to talk like
the
he's-
method acting. I really love it.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, they're keeping an eye out, but those just look like normal ravens.
What
Okay.
do non-normal ravens look like?
Well, they're a little bit cheekier.
You're a raven?
You just start acting like a bird for the next hour.
not that long.
Wait, can we have your? I can use some inspo.
While some ravens are just ravens, many of them are not just ravens. But they belong to someone who is neutral in the battle of good and evil.
See, this is why
So are the ravens
I
a
was
good
trying to get
sign
you an
or a bad
internship
sign?
with her because you actually kind of follow some of that.
I get
shit,
it. I understand.
Yeah. But that
So while that's
Where the
super
hell?
creepy up there, it's probably not that big of a
I'm just gonna
threat.
say this: we're walking for a long ass time, and then we ran from all those spiders, and then we kept running. I'm just not so sure we should be.
Are we looking in this
Yeah.
tree or not?
Get a rest.
Let's go.
Yes, we need to look in the tree
Let's go.
because one of those hags
All right, who's
could
going in
hop
the
out
tree?
of there.
I'm walking straight in the tree. 'cause
Okay,
like,
so
what
I'm
you guys
just
doing?
like, screw you guys. I'm going home.
I'm right on his back in case he needs
gonna-
backup.
I'll be behind him, but I'm gonna be just trying to
Sure.
stealth it.
Okay. So here's
wait,
what happens.
wait. Before you go, I have a tale for you.
I swear to God.
I'm already gone.
No, I swear this is
On a
actually
timeline.
it's gonna help. So once seen, now drowned in these tumultuous times, she once was bright, unique, and full of wonder. See how pale she is now? An echo of vibrancy and innocence lost, but echoes of lightning do still have their day, making our world remember and tremble its lip at that creature who sighed someday. You have the tail of the phantom on you now.
Okay.
So until you become invisible until the end of your next turn, or until you hit a creature with an attack. And if you hit a creature with an attack while you're invisible, it takes an extra d6 damage, and it's frightened of you. So there you go.
Okay.
So go in the hole.
I'm
Go.
in the hole.
You dive into the hole. Invisible?
Yes,
I don't like this.
that's excellent.
Honey. Okay.
I don't know.
I said I was
until
right
the end of
behind
your
him.
next turn, so you get 6 seconds of invisibility.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're like, she's like, go, and you just like, and just full Michael Phelps dive into the hole.
Which is probably about 6 seconds, so you reappear as soon as you're inside.
Okay, cool. What you see before you. Entering into the tunnel, you are met with an impossible darkness and uncomfortable quiet, but your dark vision prevails. Don't fucking say it. Roots creep down from the ceiling, some dangling while others curl back into the tunnel walls and disappear in the packed soil. The smell of this tunnel is stale and earthy, while the faintest odor of stagnant, musty air coming from up ahead. This tunnel seems to run for several hundred feet, entangled in roots that obscure vision of the tunnel's end. However, the change in the echo of your footsteps suggests that the tunnel opens somewhere up ahead. So it's several hundred feet. So you dive in and then realize like, oh, there's a long tunnel ahead of me. And then you're like, oh, well, and you move forward, I suppose. Stop me if I ever say
Nope,
something you
you're
want me to do.
Yell back.
I said I
"There's
was
a
right
tunnel."
behind him. I said I was
Eventually, you
right
come
behind him.
to an opening. Like,
Ooh.
blah, blah, blah. The tunnel leading into this. So the tunnel eventually like opens with some light. You see like torchlight ahead. The tunnel leading into what appears to be this other room. You emerge through a crumbled wall that had never been intended to be as a doorway. The room was carefully carved entirely of dark. The room is carefully carved. The change in tense really bugs me. Is carefully carved entirely of dark stone. 2 braziers sit against the corners closest to where you emerged. However, only one is host to a small dying flame. At the center of the room stands an ornate statue depicted as a deity of some kind and appears more as a religious symbol than an honorific. The head of this statue, however, depicts 3 faces instead of 1. 3 doorways are present in this room, one on the left, one on the right, and a set of double doors on the wall opposite to where you have emerged.
I'm gonna turn around and go get everybody.
You got it. So you go. You go down this tunnel a couple hundred feet. You emerge in this kind of like antechamber room with this statue and several other exits. And then turn around and come back.
I said I was right on it behind him.
Yeah. You witness this as well. Ooh.
Do
Bada
I
bing,
know?
bada
That I was
boom.
gonna
Roll
ask.
religion check.
I don't know. I
Bada
turn around
bing,
and I'm
bada
like,
boom.
I was letting him absorb any.
Are you proficient in religion or history?
no.
So then no bada bing, bada boom.
Why would I
21.
be?
21.
I'm in proficient in
This
both
is
of
a
my other
statue
characters.
idolizing 3 gods of the abyssal realms.
Fuck. Okay.
Zilk. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Szik. I want to say silk.
Zik?
Instead of zilk.
There's no.
Szilk.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry.
Zilk.
I want to say
Zilk.
silk or zilk.
Zilk.
Silk.
Like the-
Goddess of the Zyandun and of spiders. That's Zilk.
Loth. Okay.
We're dealing with copyright stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Just bear with me.
Right.
Shaada, SHA''AADA, goddess of dark magic, and Norcreus. This symbol you recognize. This is the eye with the prongs.
The
Lord
of the Undead. Zycreus.
Norcreus.
Norcreus.
Norcreus. And they stand in, I don't know if you guys remember some of the old Roman and some of the old Gothic architecture where it's kind of a pillar that's made of a trifecta of creatures, kind of like this, and their hands, and then it's the triangle, and the other triangle, kind of like that. They're all facing outward, but they all have different symbols upon them. Just to give you an idea as to what the symbols look like, Norcreus, the Lord of the Undead, has that eye in the circle with the prongs around it. So let me double check, make sure I'm doing this right, because I don't want to give you any false information here. Zilk is like a hourglass full of blood, is what it looks like. And Shaada is a metal triangle, almost as if it is like a container, filled only about like a quarter of the way up with like oceanic water.
So, he's gonna grab the rest of you guys if you didn't follow us in.
There's some religious crap down here.
Thought we were looking for monsters.
What you are able to notice, those of you that went down there and accompanied them, there doesn't appear to be, the doors are all closed in that one chamber, that entrance chamber, and there doesn't appear to be anything else there.
Yeah.
Other than that like dying flame and that one brazier and the statue in the center of the room. What are you guys gonna do?
Do you guys want to camp here? We need to get some rest.
It's probably a good idea that we find some time to rest before we go any further.
How many doors are there?
There are 3. There's 3 like ways out from the like entrance chamber, as like, you know, for lack of a better term.
We can go sleep in that hallway.
There's only 2.
That's what I was
each
thinking.
side.
There are 3 doorways in the present in the room, one on the left, one on the right, and a set of double doors on the wall opposite of where you emerged. Make sense? Door, door, double door. Granted, that's hundreds of feet down a tunnel. If you wanted to camp out in a tunnel, too, you'd be technically underground.
If you were
Limited
places
access to us. Yeah.
Right.
So we were
Only one way to us instead of
Right.
2 ways.
Yeah.
being surrounded.
I'm sorry, it's just like the DM being like, I would camp in the tunnel.
Yeah.
Because that's what me as a player would do. 'Cause I'd be like, there's a roof over my head.
And yeah, things can't come at me at all directions.
Sure.
They can only come from.
Great. So,
side or that side.
Okay. So, just long story short,
Yep.
great. You camp in the tunnel. Boom, boom, boom. We're doing long rest. I want trance boys and girls. What's up?
Before I fall asleep,
Yes.
I'm going to say a prayer
Ooh, okay.
to
Pray to me.
Norcreus.
Beg.
Norcreus?
Ooh.
You're gonna pray to
Norcreus.
Norcreus
Yes. I take off the symbol that I had
of
before.
Lythander.
Yeah.
Flip it upside down.
Okay. I flip it upside down. I start walking backwards. I look at myself in the mirror.
Lord Norcreus, I come to you as a solver of problems. When I entered your realm, I felt your frustration. Is there a problem of which I can be assistance?
Roll a religion check for me. Fuck that die too.
23.
23. Okay.
This dice hasn't rolled
Well done.
shit all day.
So you don't hear a voice.
Yeah.
You don't feel a presence. You are almost oppressed by an intent.
Mm-hmm.
And the intent is, you know that feeling? Remember when you guys had the old big cathode ray tube TVs, like the big tube TVs back in the 90s, like big ones. You got the big ones, and like you knew. Like the cable box wasn't on, or whatever was feeding it video wasn't on, but the TV itself was on, and you could tell, even if you were like 3 rooms away, by that there's kind of like that ringing sound or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like so, it's kind of that feeling. It's like that. It's oppressive, but imagine that being like 1,000 times heavier upon you. And that intent is rather than the intent being like turn me off, I'm wasting electricity. It's more of like purge my sanctum of its like corruption.
Okay.
I thought that was a good way to explain it.
That was a great voice to use.
That's exactly what the Lord of the
I love that. That's the
Or
the
I'm sorry,
Lord of-
purge our sanctum.
Yeah. Okay.
Granted, you know that Norcreus is an evil deity.
Yeah.
So okay, cool. I'm down.
I'm just. There was a balance. The balance is no longer in effect.
my footage.
Maybe.
Yeah.
This
For sure.
one knock it over
Okay,
before.
cool. Awesome. You guys camp out in the tent. So, trans boys and girls, roll your shit so I know what's going on.
2 of you need to roll, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Perception, correct?
You're not an elf.
Nope. I didn't roll.
You're a human, right?
Yeah. No. Azamar.
Right. I keep forgetting you're Asimar. Right, because you're part celestial.
Yeah.
It makes so much sense that you would be the one. The reasons. I'm so glad I chose the right people. Okay. Okay.
21.
21. Ooh. What'd you get?
22.
22.
dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
I thought about the character for this campaign hard. I was like, we're going into something spooky. I need somebody who can
we need
deal
something.
with spooky.
We need the power of Christ. Okay. Okay.
Power of
So
Palor.
we need the power of Palor. I like that Palor power. I'm down for that. Go Palor Power Rangers. Don't please don't do this.
Not me.
You were fine until the very end. There.
I'm sorry. I'm full ADD mode right now. So where was I? Right. I rolled
Perception check left.
I rolled this stuff.
Sleeping.
You guys all did really good. Okay.
Sleeping perception
So
check.
here's the deal. For the first hour, you, Dayrek. Dayrek. You wreck my day.
Yes.
For the first hour, your trance is dreamless, which makes sense. Fuck. As the night goes on, you become tormented by vivid and haunting nightmares. In these nightmares, you see yourself floating behind your friends and traveling companions. Despite your best efforts, they seem to be out of place, to outpace you, leaving you further and further behind. No amount of calling out seems to slow them. As they disappear into the fog and leave you in silence, you hear the rush of wind at your back. Before you can turn, a pair of gaunt hands wrap themselves around your head from behind. Long, jagged nails jam themselves into your eyes, and they startle, jolts you awake, or out of your trance. Once again, you find yourself unable to move and staring directly at the sunken eyes of a grinning, gaunt-cheeked woman who has straddled your body. You cannot speak. You cannot blink. The woman lowers her head until she is an inch from your face. Full anime, like when an anime does this character, you know shit's about to go real. Like when the camera's right here and it's like, whoa. You know what I'm talking about, that fish eye lens kind of feel.
Something evil's gonna happen. Yeah.
Come on. Somebody else has to feel this. I know one of you does.
I understand your imagery.
The woman lowers her head until she is an inch from your face, and there she stays until morning for your whole trance.
Do I wake up again and see her?
You wake up, and you see her, and you rub your eyes for a moment, and you blink, and she's gone.
I mean, the knife would have come back out, and
For sure. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Go ahead.
I would have been ready.
Stab him again.
Like James Bond sleeping with his gun under his pillow. Like
Oh shit! Sorry. Ding.
And just because it went wrong yesterday doesn't mean I'm not going to do it still.
His past is not an indication of the future whatsoever.
19 to hit.
How did we get here?
You throw it.
Yeah.
Passes right through her form as though she is ethereal, and
Blink
hits him
and-
right in his solar plex, like right in his pectoral. Like,
Looks like Derek still
and
can't
then
catch with his hands.
she's gone.
5 damage.
I
Sorry.
told you to catch it with your hand, not your body.
I was
You're not
in
gonna
a
catch it.
trance
She just keeps
again.
stabbing him.
It's a reflex. It's a reflex. I'm
If
sorry.
you're not going to catch it right, don't play catch.
So part of my training was like I was woken up in very traumatic ways, and if I didn't react right away, bad things happen.
Vampire, stay.
Exactly. Like
So here's the deal, too, guys. The rest of you,
It's a reflex at this point.
Just to remind you, just a quick reminder, you have 2 stories talking about how the companions went insane, attacked, and tried to murder, and sometimes did successfully murder their other companions. It also had this imagery involved. And now you have your friend consistently stabbing your
plagued.
other friend.
But I'm not-
Or
I'm
your-
not,
your
like,
traveling
consist-
companion
like-
consistently stabbing your other traveling.
Well, I mean,
he's corroborating my story.
It's not the person who's going
All they can do is take what you say.
Yes.
at face value.
I mean, based on that other story, we've got today to finish the job. Because you had
3
3
days.
And this is the second day.
7 days.
Well, shit.
If
Might
we
as well
are
Bobby from Supernatural. Oh my god.
Eric, are you like our target practice thing now? Is that why he keeps throwing knives at you?
Just his, not everyone.
you saw her again though.
So
yes?
the knife is still in you, too. Like,
I
you twist it and pull it out.
no. But like, yeah, I threw it and I was like, oh shit. I walk over and
You just walk over to.
I do my
I'm sorry,
I do my
I threw
healing.
my knife at you from 30 feet away.
I do my healing
Let me just
hands,
get that back.
and I heal you back up. Like I don't ever just like leave him with a knife in him.
It's okay. That's not
He's
torture
like trying
at
to
all.
like.
I'm just going to constantly
cool,
hit
it's
you
cool.
and then
It's
heal
like
you.
almost pierced my heart. It's totally fine.
I use my healing hands.
I just
and
like to stab you and heal you.
You
It's
keep
not-
track of how much you have of that per day.
you're
I only have 1 per day,
Reflecting
so
on
I've been
blood, I
burning
don't
it
think
first
the
thing in the
train is
morning.
moving.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Next time, try and like wake up when she's, I spent all night with her in my face.
Fuck. Can
And I
you
couldn't
make
move?
Sai? Can you make sure he's?
Actually, do me a favor. Please roll a wisdom saving throw to see if you got a long rest.
I can try. I haven't been able to
Oh.
see her though.
No, but you saw the effects of her the next morning.
Mm-hmm.
So
But-
just
You mean you
I'll take a
throwing a
little
knife at him?
I'll
Yeah,
take a
we
little
all
bit.
saw that.
What'd you get?
Not 1 plus a 4.
You have a point of exhaustion, and you did not receive a long rest.
So
I will give you a short rest, however.
So we're putting him
So you
in
can
your
still
little
regain your hit
cart,
points?
and then and then trans.
I told you that
If-
card is quite handy.
It's interesting. Your ranger, your wood elf ranger, has been invaluable getting
Very
to this
important.
point, but has also been plagued by this. This is actually quite poetic. I'm enjoying myself. Are you guys enjoying this?
yes, yeah. This is a good story.
Oh yeah.
If we are
Good
where,
job, Alphinius and crew and Gooey.
if we are where I think we are, this is the sanctum to the three dark ones. Someone is using corrupting its power and using it for their own means.
So
If we can cleanse this place,
evil is using evil to corrupt evil?
It's very evil.
yes.
Evil squared.
Cube.
And with that thought, please look at this crystal.
baby. Square evil.
Good and
I'll do
evil
a
stand at
medicine check.
opposite sides of a balance.
So
If
Just so you're not like you guys are like packing up your stuff and you are walking while your guys are having.
Oh, yeah.
conversation.
No, no,
Now these
totally. Yeah.
hundreds of feet of tunnel.
Yeah. There can't be good without evil. Evil's not necessarily a bad thing. Evil is a necessary thing.
Oh, I
For there to be good.
don't
someone-
have a problem with evil.
Someone is taking that power and twisting it to their own purpose,
Without
corrupting
evil,
that
you don't
power.
get paid.
So, yeah. Ezra, you're actually quite familiar with this. You know that there are some members on the council that you keep there in order to prevent. They're the lesser of two evils, because as long as they're there, there's no power vacuum for someone who's more ambitious and less morally bound and scrupulous to take their place.
They may be
And
the leader
that's
of the
big
Assassin's
part
Guild.
of politics, big part of diplomacy. So you can definitely vibe with this.
They may be the leader of the Assassin's Guild, but they follow a certain set of rules, and you know those rules.
They don't kill children.
So you can control those rules and also not let chaos take over that.
Speaking of which, go ahead and roll a history check at advantage for me.
Does this have to do with the creatures that
No,
we are
this has to
chasing?
do with your training and your upbringing as a blood hunter and everything.
It's advantage anyway, so
Yeah.
it doesn't. Yeah. Another 23.
23. Okay, so you're also this kind of like also kind of harkens back. It's not the same, but just to give you guys a little bit more of kind of context. You these are abyssal gods, right? And you know how the abyss and infernal deities and stuff like that work is that there's such a thing as like lawful evil, where like they're constantly backstabbing and betraying each other in order to work their way up the corporate ladder of evil. There's still that type of thing where even though they're all evil, they're not on each other's side. They've got they've got their own agenda, and if you slip up for a moment and you show weakness for a moment, that's it. You don't deserve that position, and I took advantage of it, and only the strong survive, and that kind of deal. So it's very you're definitely getting that kind of vibe here. But the problem is that you sense like this is some sort of sanctum, and
Something has corrupted the
They're like,
balance.
I want it cleaned.
Yes.
I don't care if I'm evil. I want this cleaned. It's bugging me. It's cramping my style.
Right. Something is corrupting the balance that evil is supposed to be keeping in this area.
Because regardless of whether you're on the side of good or evil, you still have your own paradigms, your own values. You still have your own idea of what is good and what is evil, what is pure and what is impure. You know?
Just because you're lawful evil, you still have to follow those laws, those codes.
Exactly.
Depending on whether you prefer law over evil, too.
Cool. So you guys start having this in intellectual, surprisingly, Spike, you're just kind of like, Right. Trying to follow along as
we gonna bash the store down yet?
Zulk, as Zulk is like, yeah, you know, and then the socioeconomic state, status of the thing, and you're like, whoa, as you forget to be dumb for a second, and you start to engage in this intellectual discourse of like policy and politics and existentialism and all this other thing, and then you like realize once you get to the end and start to enter this entrance room, you're like, oh yeah, but you know, punch stuff.
Break stuff. Smash time.
Without evil, we don't get paid, right?
That's right. Yeah, we go.
Very Letterkenny. I love it. Great, cool. So you guys are at this entrance room. You have 3 options.
With an 11 medicine check.
Yes.
My friend Derek. What did
Not looking good. It's almost as if, like his
That ripening is getting
he's
fully ripe.
he's getting to plucking time. You know?
He's ready for harvest.
Yeah, he's getting to plucking time.
You went into the greenhouses,
Getting there.
and I told you to avoid those, but
I
you
didn't
know.
purposely go in the treehouse. It just
No, the greenhouse.
You ripened further.
Yeah.
You ripened. It's
You're a little
so
stanky.
horrible.
You're the one that had that analogy to
I
start
know,
with. So.
but you made it something weird.
What?
Oh.
You've ripened further.
You made it weird.
You made it weird. We were talking about fruit. I don't know what you're talking about.
TJ?
Still wet.
Start playing the berries. Let's
So
go.
what? So he doesn't look good, right?
He doesn't look good.
Good.
I mean,
Look at it. Especially doesn't feel good. Like you feel like
exhausted.
So it's you know
You do have a couple
I don't know if
bags
any of
under
you
your
guys have
eyes
grown your
and
own gardens,
sides.
but there's always that like one fruit in your garden that's like it's like I'm gonna ripen first, and it like ripens like 2 months ahead of time as far as the rest of the crop, and they're like I'm gonna do it now, and then it's like it's almost as if it's on steroids because it also like it ripens that one day, and the next day it's like it's decayed, it's like it's moldy, it's done, it's like picking avocados, it's just gone, and so like he's like he's moving way too fast than he should. You've definitely sensed some unnatural energy here. The interesting thing that you sense here is that it doesn't feel like you're familiar with the undead. You're very familiar with the undead. You know that you have like a pact to do your best to get rid of the undead. You're not feeling as much undead influence. I mean, kind of, but not really. It's more of just like
corruption.
I don't want to say corruption as much as
Rot.
the nature of things has been changed. The circumstances of the nature of things, of his existence and his being and his soul, almost as like he's being forced to astrally project, so his soul is in a vulnerable position, so it can be just like plucked and harvested.
Well,
That's a lot.
I think you need to get some sleep, otherwise it's going to be plucking time soon, and you don't want to be that chicken.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. Yeah, that was nice.
Last times I've tried to sleep, it hasn't gone that well.
Hold on to this.
Right.
And I've been stabbed each time.
I mean, but that was like the lesson of...
It's a reflex.
So why don't you just watch him sleep and make sure that he sleeps and the lady doesn't come?
Because, I mean, I need sleep too.
There's more than 8 hours in a day.
It's true.
Right.
If we're going to do that, we need like...
Can't we put you in like your little chest cart, whatever the heck it is, and cart you around?
I can't sleep in that thing.
You just move
No.
around like while the rest of you are like doing whatever it is you're gonna do here. He's just
One, it's not big enough for me to fit in. And 2, it's not comfortable enough for me to fall asleep.
sounds like a you problem.
You remember that move we did in Moldavia, where like you stayed up, you checked it out, and then like I threw that fire of brimstone at the invisible thingies. Maybe we can do that again. Like maybe you'd like take the first watch, or first sleep here in France, because we don't sleep, and then we do.
Yes.
Yeah.
While you're explaining this, do me a favor, roll an Arcana check.
Okay.
Oh no.
Just her. Okay.
19.
19. You recognize that he's under the effect of a spell. He's under the effect of a spell, like an enchantment, that enhances his vision. And this spell is going on a lot longer than it should. It appears to be, you're familiar with divine endowment.
Yes.
This appears to be some sort of divine endowment.
Whoa.
It could have been because of your prayer, maybe?
Yeah. You.
But
Or
you
just
saw
who I
this a
am.
while ago.
Right.
You didn't recognize this when you met him at the tavern
Well, no.
earlier.
Yeah.
We were paired up. Like, we've been traveling together.
I know.
Yeah.
But this has happened.
So this has
Since
happened
you've entered
since
the Mirewood.
since we. Okay. I'm blessed, bitches.
Granted,
is.
if you remember the T-pose hand wing thing, you
Oh.
remember spritz you in the face like
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean.
Do you say something?
Yeah, I mean, you remember the time, of course, but you had been hopped up on that like special potion or whatever, like the 5-hour energy drink, I think it's called. So you could see things a little bit more. Yeah, sorry. You've been having this ability for quite a long time now. I think something's up in a good way for you.
I mean, you've seen her as well.
I have.
So I'm.
But I didn't see whatever thing you saw in the woods. None of that.
No, I didn't see what neither of y'all saw.
Can we just go smash something yet?
So
like looking at the
Just be
statue.
patient. You'll
Not
get
a
your
big stone,
chance.
could
Be
use some
patient.
smashing.
I'm gonna hope
Doors.
that what I'm seeing is a good thing.
It doesn't look like a good thing.
I'm seeing things that nobody else can see, which means that we have more information than if I couldn't see what I'm seeing. And what I'm seeing are actual things because you've seen them too.
And
So are
You
telling us we need to
described
murder
what-
Derek?
sorry, you described what you saw before, right? The thing that like spritzed you in the face.
Spike,
Yes.
there are too many layers to this conversation.
I want to go smash open one of the doors.
It
See Spike kind of like
a lot of hands seems
sneaking away. Which door are you sneaking away to?
The double doors.
The straight ahead?
Yeah.
Okay.
a lot of eyes. Reminds me of that
You let me know when you want to arrive.
Norcreas. Or
I'm gonna look through the
Sha'ada.
door to see if there's any locks or anything on it.
No. Sorry. Norcreas, the guy with the eye, that symbol. If he's upset with what's going
Norcreas.
on. Yeah.
Yes. But the one I saw, I guess I don't know.
If he's helping you.
So he's got some special powers from somebody, and he keeps trying to kill Derek. That tells me we should kill Derek.
I'm not trying to kill
Don't-
Derek.
don't-
Roll a
kill-
perception check for me.
I'm not trying to kill Derek.
5,
Trying to kill the thing that's
6.
feeding on his life force.
Well, and we apparently only have until
Six?
morning
Yeah.
to get this
Yes.
figured out.
Yeah.
Before it consumes you fully.
How we know it's not going to consume you if you're trying to attack me?
Because as far as like the life force ripening, I'm not affected.
What if you're the Reaper?
6. I rolled a 3.
Okay.
He's going to open the door and we're going to be in combat.
You can't leave the barbarian alone.
The door is not locked.
I'm just gonna lean up against it. I'm trying to push it open.
It's one of those cool, like,
Luckily, it's a pull door. So
If we get to the end of this evening and we don't have any answers, there may be some extra precautions we want to take with both of us before morning, before we fall asleep.
what the hell is that?
As he's leaning, just sounds like a long, drawn-out fart, and but eventually you kind of like lose your balance and you kind of fall on your butt, and you hear a click. The tile that you sit on.
Did you set something off?
And that's where we're going to take our break. And we'll be back for part 3 in a little bit. Move over there if you're watching this episodically. And thanks again, guys. As always, stay safe out there. Thank you, Gooey Cube.
Bye.
Bye.